last half an hour then, Manchester City have pulled out of the race to sign West Ham midfielder Declan Rice after refusing to match Arsenal's 105.
I would have given you the money.
You're not giving me shit. You fucking know.
I would have given you the money.
You're lying. We were done. Remember?
City were told that have no intention to enter into a bidding war, which at this moment leaves Arsenal.
Oh, we were promised.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
Flashback.
And it was 3 points or 2 points, whatever it was. I knew we were going to win
The
that.
treble winners, you have the manager that we do. There's still an expectation that we can go down there and emulate performance that we put in there in the past couple of years. I mean, why should we go down to the Emirates on Sunday and fear Arsenal?
Why are you son of a... 1-0 Arsenal, 4 minutes to go. Fluke of the goal as well. Deflected off Nathan Ake.
Baby shark and all that. Baby shark.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah,
it's about fucking time.
Finally, man.
Finally.
Finally.
Hey, that tweet,
It's
Huey,
about
man.
time,
I
bro.
can't believe you put that tweet out. Oh, God.
It's about time, bro. Your fans were trying to tell me that I'm winding up the thing on Friday. No, bro. It's time to win, bro. If you're trying to challenge for a title, you got to beat the champions, bro. Yeah? Well done. Well done.
Facts.
Yeah, we did it.
I thought, why is Toby's time? Arsenal fans. No. I'm saying well done. I'm not like shitting on them, innit? I'm saying well done.
Crazy. Finally got edit, man. It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Man.
The last time was a derby, I think it was.
Do you reckon?
You know what it is? You know when Turkish clicks the intro and the blue bar starts flying across the bottom?
Yeah.
When I start to see it going slowly.
That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how I know as well. That's
That's when you know you're
I'm
pissed.
used to it now. I'm used
That's
to
when
it.
you know you're pissed. When it's small, yeah, you're in for a long day.
Yeah.
Yes, people, we're back. It's the Big Six. It's Monday night, 9 p.m. Well, 10 past 9 p.m. You know what it is already. Hit the like button first and foremost because we've got a big show in store. It's the Game Week 8 review, and obviously it's international break next, where we're going to be doing a couple of bits of content. We're going to let you know about what we're doing over the next week, 10 days, somewhere in this show. I'll let you know. But we're here right now, so focus on here right now. Get the likes up, past 1,000. Try and get to 2,000 because there's already nearly 5K in the building. Make sure you hit the like button because, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one because obviously City don't lose often. They're coming off the back of 2 defeats now, one and the latest being against Arsenal, fellow title challengers from last year. Heavily depleted sides, both as much as it's Rodri-less and Kevin De Bruyne-less. Arsenal was Saka-less, Partey-less, and Martinelli-less. So in the end, I think it evened itself out. And what are you making a face for, Tobs?
Last time I checked, Partey came on the pitch. Martinelli came on the pitch.
Yeah, bro. If they're not starting, it's
you know that,
bro. It's different,
what do you
bro.
mean
Come on,
by
man. Come on, man. You know what I mean by that. You know what I mean.
By that?
Oh, when the lineup came out, what did you think, Tobes?
I thought draw.
Swear, with all 3 of them missing.
Yes, I thought draw, bro. Genuinely, I thought draw. Wow.
They weren't missing though, were they? Because Martinelli changed the game. So you can't really say like they both played. don't try and add to the glory. Like just take your win and shut up.
All right, Saka-less and Timberless then. How about that? How about we? Is that all right? None of them 2 came on. Can we say that?
Who?
Forgot all about
Timberless and Saka-less.
Yeah. Work away.
Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm the only one that predicted the Arsenal win, but we'll talk soon about that later, maybe when the scoreboards go up. But when I saw the team lineups, I kind of made City favourites. I thought, damn, I went for an Arsenal win. But I think that was a bit of a blow. I'm sure many Arsenal fans were like a bit, Jorginho starting, no Saka, no Martinelli in the lineup, no Partey in the lineup. That's a lot of big players for them anyway. And then you got Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus playing out on the right. You know what I mean? I thought, this might get a bit sticky for Man City, for Arsenal, but yeah, Man City without Rodri, hey. You know it is GRIZZ. I saw Arsenal's lineup with no Havertz, and I said, "Yep, they're definitely getting something out of the game." Oh yeah, you saw that. Yeah. Man are calling me lies in the chat. I wasn't lying. I saw the lineup. I said, "Yeah, Arsenal are gonna get a point."
But he impacted the game, though. He impacted the game, though, Havertz.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you got to give him credit, man. We always shit on him, but fair play to him. He impacted the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Havertz came up. You know what I'm saying?
Him and McTominay this
Wait, what's this? I don't understand this. Like, why can't we just give Havertz praise like for one game? What's this like?
They went quiet.
Wait, I was drinking water, bro.
Like? Relax, man.
I can't drink water. What are you talking about? Relax. I'm just drinking water.
Oh, no, not you per se, but I feel like I was getting quiet.
If you want me to give Havertz praise for passing it over to Martinelli for a deflected shot, then we can do that. But you know, it just goes to show how low the standards are for a £65 million player or whatever he costs. So yeah, you guys can do all that if you want, but I'm not here for that. McTominay will get his praise. Don't worry later on. He really he really did something. Yeah. Don't worry about that. So we're gonna talk about
Conor Gallagher as well. Conor Gallagher as well. Is he gonna get praise as well? Yeah.
I think it was Sterling that actually played well. Turkish got a bone to pick with you.
I do think it was Turkish as well, right? Because go on, Matisse. Go on.
Raheem Sterling really was the
main guy.
Not Gallagher.
Grizz, we're gonna speak. We're gonna speak when we get to Chelsea, innit? But let's on the game though. I'm not gonna lie.
Dead game.
That was a pretty poor game of football. Not in terms of the players were poor, but I do think both teams offensively were just completely nullified. I felt like Man City going forward stunk, and I felt like Arsenal going forward stunk. I just felt like in the second half, Arsenal upped it slightly, whereas Man City didn't. And I know the goal was a deflected goal, but really and truly, it felt like if any team was going to score in the second half, it probably would have been Arsenal. But I don't really think there was much in the game.
I think we let the man them speak on the game, because I'm opposite of you, Tobes. I found it interesting. Like from a neutral, I found it hella interesting. Now I know people might say, "Oh man, you're doing too much," but I found it intriguing. What was interesting? Man. What was interesting then? I'm gonna explain.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm gonna.
I want to know.
I'm not shy.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to hear them two
brothers. Sorry, I've got a take on this, right? Okay. If that was Sheffield United and Luton in different kits, would you still find it interesting? Because I find these big games, whenever they're poor, they have to be deemed and
amazing battle.
See, the thing is,
really, people weren't completing their passes. Really, it was
if you guys are going to compare those two defenses to Sheffield United versus Luton, that's up to you lot. I thought there was two elite defenses out there. Saliba, Diaz, these guys played brilliantly as back fours, right? And we'll speak on it, but I just want to hear their opinions first.
Said this. What did I say? I said
I didn't listen to you.
So when it's 0-0 between the shitty clubs, are they going to not get their credit for their defense?
Both defenses were strong. Stronger. Yeah, that's what I said. I said offensively, the midfield and attack for both sides was lacking, bro.
And that's understandable though. That's understandable because they were depleted.
That's exactly the reason.
So there's no fluency. Come on, man. We're real football people here, man. We got to understand the game. If you're going to take out look at the players I mentioned missing for Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Facts. And look at the players missing for Man City. I'm sure Hughie will. I was more Man City. Man City could have changed the game. I'm starting with Doku. There's all the situations I would have fought with Man City. But yeah, go on. Let the two brothers speak on. Why are we speaking on their game?
The quality of the game was compromised because of the amount of injuries. The five players we've mentioned between Arsenal and City, whether Martinelli and Partey came on or not, we started the game heavily depleted, both Arsenal and City in a way as well. You got Rico Lewis in there. Our front three, even as much as Jesus was there, he's our striker. It's meant to be Saka, Martinelli either side of Jesus. It was all shaken up because of a couple injuries. So that's where the quality kind of died down. And I think both managers were weary that they were missing key players. And the first half was more of a see each other out kind of a half. Now, listen, Man City in the first 5 minutes, they had a corner and Ake, to be honest, but Declan Rice done very well. And we'll talk about Declan Rice in a sec because it's not just heading off the line after 4 minutes that he done very well. But Ake should have scored the follow-up. Aside from that, nothing from City, but there was nothing from Arsenal on attack either. We contained them well. Now, on the last show, I talked about if we go in and try and out-control City, we're fucked. But we done it in a way that I didn't think. We contained them. We controlled their attack. There was no creativity from City. And when you look at the lineup that he picked, Pep, I think that's what he was banking on, rather than going for a Doku on one of the wings and having some explosiveness and impulsiveness. He's gone for more methodical players that are going to keep the ball, you know, try and tire us out defensively, get in between the lines. They didn't do any of that. So, you know, we can get into players. Declan Rice is definitely one we need to talk about. Gabriel and Saliba. I think finally now I'm seeing Saliba get the flowers he really deserves, because over the last year, as much as he's been sick, a lot of fans want to put him down. He's on his way to becoming a world-class centre-back. He's in the Champions League now. He should be selected for France, and we're going to see him at that elite level. But the reality is, look how young he is, and look how he dominates pretty much week in, week out. And this time round, it was against the best striker in the league. And yes, Haaland hasn't had great form, but usually in years gone past, this would mean Arsenal on the weekend. That's when that poor form turns around and he gets a couple goals, or this player gets a hat trick, or this player gets off the score sheet. I guess this is what Arteta wanted with the whole control thing. And I get it against City, because look how it worked. It wasn't a great game, but to be honest, to win like that against City is probably, at the stage we're in, it's the best way we probably could have won, especially with the injuries we had. Not a sniff from City after minute 4. Not a sniff. That is crazy, considering we didn't play a low block. People might think we played more defensively, and there was defense in mind in our tactics for sure. But it was far from a low block. We was trying to beat the lines. It was Odegaard didn't have the greatest games in terms of on the ball. When Partey came on, you saw a real change. You saw a risk taker in comparison to someone safe in Jorginho. And don't get me wrong, Jorginho done well. When I seen him on the lineup, one thing I thought is, shit, Partey's not there. And the second thing I thought is, hold on, you bought this guy for 65 million, and you're not going to start him in the biggest game of the season so far. What does that indicate? Because as much as I don't like Havertz, and I haven't, you know, so far seen why we bought him, I would have expected him to be starting in a midfield 3 ahead of a Jorginho. Obviously not same position, slot in there, but he didn't. Jorginho done his thing. Partey came on, elevated the level. And like Hugh said, Martinelli was the difference maker in that second half. Arteta, though, his substitutions came at the right time. He didn't have to make I don't think no one was calling for a substitution at halftime, because as much as we didn't create much, none of us knew how Martinelli is fitness-wise. And to contain City, I mean, we was content with that, because we've seen how results have gone in the past against them and how free-flowing and free-scoring they can be against us. So that first half was a positive, but Arteta had other ideas, brought on Martinelli. We kind of, you know, we put Walker on the back foot. When Martinelli come on, we put Walker on the back foot, and a lot was made about Trossard being the more difficult winger for Walker, because Walker and pace go hand in hand. So Martinelli and what he brings is essentially what Walker usually eats up. But he wasn't eating up Martinelli last night. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. Martinelli came on, done his thing, went quiet, and then finished it. Listen, it was a lucky goal come the end of it. But like Tob said, if any team looked like they was going to win it, it did look like it was going to be us. And we got the job done. Where's Saeed? Oh, there he is.
He's in the back. He's in the back.
Yeah, my bad.
He's all, to be fair, because...
Yeah, go on, Hugh. Well, go on. Where do we start with City, though? I mean, the lineup first. I mean, did you think Pep would have taken more of a risk, considering?
I think, and I think this came more abundantly clear as the game went on. I think for the first time in a long time, Pep may not have played for a win. I'm not sure he played for a win yesterday. And it was an increasing conversation around the away end where I was sat. We were kind of looking at it going, we don't look like we're pushing to get a goal here. We weren't pressing. We weren't putting pressure on the man on the ball, particularly in the second half. Like I said, Martinelli was a difference maker, and TOBS is right. Arsenal leveled up in the second half. They came out with a new... They got into a new gear. I don't think Arsenal maybe got into even their top gear, but they got into a gear above us. Whereas we said, right, we'll let them hold on to possession. Haaland wasn't really pressing. Wingers weren't really pressing. I think the lineup, when I saw Grealish and Doku both on the bench, and it was Bernardo and Foden on the wings, I think Pep was trying to supplement with Rodri not being there by compacting out the middle of the pitch. You'd have Foden and Bernardo kind of inverting at times and coming in and trying to make up numbers for that loss of ball possession and dictation that Rodri would do for us. That was to the detriment of our overall attack. Because Foden, for me, didn't do enough yesterday. We just simply didn't do enough to win that game. I'll be honest in my assessment. First of all, I don't think Arsenal outclassed us. I don't think they outplayed us. I don't think we were humbled. I think it was a simple case of we did not do enough to win that game. Arsenal deserved to win that game. You put a gun to my head and say who deserved to get that bit of luck. I'm a firm believer in you make your own luck. Arsenal deserved that bit of luck. It was going to be a 0-0 or else decided by a moment of pure luck. And that's what you got. And if someone's going to get it, like I said, Arsenal probably deserved that luck. We simply didn't do enough. We have a real issue right now in our team with creativity. And I see a lot of people, even City fans included, saying Haaland's not good enough and he's really poor lately and, you know, drop him out of Ballon d'Or conversations and are we overrating Haaland? I'm seeing publications doing this, big publications. And I'm sitting here going, I think we all need to pull ourselves back a little bit for a second.
Is SAEED TV one of those big publications? Is SAEED TV one of those big publications?
But what have I done?
I'm just asking, man. You might have done a show.
I've not done anything. I'm looking to hear what City fans are saying about Haaland. That's my.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I think people are failing to be honest with themselves in assessing what Haaland is about and who he is and what he does. I think in modern day football, we've come too accustomed to Firminos, Agueros, and Harry Kanes, and these fantastic all-round footballers who will drop deep, they'll get involved in link-up play, they'll create, and that's unbelievable if you're good at that. Erling Haaland is not that. Haaland is a specialist. He's an elite finisher. I know in my heart of hearts he's not a good enough footballer right now to drop deep and do the Harry Kane spraying passes and all that kind of thing. I think his hold-up play was poor yesterday, but it usually is better. If you remember the 4-1 game last season, the Etihad, Haaland's hold-up play was exceptional, but he's not doing that right now. People like Haaland, who are elite finishers, their confidence grows and they thrive off getting chances and creativity. If there's creativity going on around them, Haaland's overall game will improve. It's quite clear when I looked at Haaland's body language yesterday. He's playing without confidence. He looks frustrated. He doesn't feel like much is going to come his way, and that is to the detriment of his overall game. So I think stop saying Haaland needs to be a creator and dropping deep and spraying past and doing step overs. If that's what you want from Erling Haaland, you're not going to get it. The guy is a bagsman, a fox in the box, an 18-yard demon, whatever way you want to call it.
This is what I said.
Don't say this is what you said.
Pro clubs. This
remember
is
last
huge.
Remember last season? Do you remember when I was in Portugal?
One by one.
He's basically explained everything that we need to do on pro clubs to be better. We need to service. He's just talking about himself, bro. Do you not see this? What he's doing right now?
How is he making this about me? How is this turned into a personal battle?
I can tell, bro. I can feel it. Like your anger from the last episode. I can feel it. I'm not getting any service. I'm a bagsman.
Cook my team. Cook my striker. Cook my manager. Do not cook my FIFA ability. I will leave you in the mud.
You emulate Haaland, though. You emulate Haaland. That's what you do.
I've got
you emulate him.
Like,
I'm not technical. I'm a finisher. That's it.
There was a short that went out on City Xtra not so long ago, and it was Cole Palmer has paid for Matías Nunes. Now, Matías Nunes didn't start this game, and you guys are talking about chance creation. Cole Palmer would have helped you create chances. That's my first thing. And the second thing is Kovacic. This guy should have been sent off. This guy should have been sent off.
100%.
He's got his strengths, but he has his weaknesses as well. He's not going to give you a goal. He's not going to give you goals, and he's not going to split defenses. And we saw this again with his passing. He's a ball carrier. I told you guys, this is what he does. He doesn't do anything outside of that. You guys were lucky not to be down to 10 men. So I know you're saying that Arsenal didn't outplay you, but they should have had the opportunity to outplay you because you guys should have been down to 10 men. That second tackle from Kovacic is pure idiocy. It's like, it's almost, it's worse than what Jota did for the second tackle almost. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. Worst tackle. I think that is without doubt one of the most disgraceful non-decisions. Actually, it was a decision because the decision was to not send him off. Those two challenges, right? And we've all played football, guys. We've all played football, right? Some at higher level than others, right? But we've all played football, and we know Kovacic went to hurt both players there. Right? How can you have 1 week Jota getting sent off by barely touching another player? Right? I'm not making excuses for Jota. I'm just saying the inconsistencies. And then you've got two nastified tackles. Yes or no, guys? There were nasty tackles with no intention of the ball.
The first one's a straight red.
Wait, hold on. Hughie, are you actually gonna justify those tackles live on the Big Six? No, I haven't finished. I haven't finished my accusation first. Let me accuse.
Wild thing to say.
I haven't accused fully yet. Yeah, 100%.
You're a better.
No. There's no way he went to get the ball. He went for his ankle. The ball was.
I agree. He should have been sent off. I said it in my vlog. I said.
So what? He went out to tickle him with that challenge.
Hang on. I said Kovacic is a lucky boy. He's in trouble. He needs to be careful. And you can see the relief on my face. I knew in my heart of hearts at the time he probably should have been sent off. I've watched it back, and I'm with you. He should have been sent off. But it's such a wild thing to say that he actually went out to hurt a man.
Okay. Okay. No problem. That's fine. If that's the only thing that you've picked up on of everything I've said, fair play. You found your defense mechanism.
That stands out. I think to hurt someone, then you follow it on with rash. I think it was a disgusting. But to start it off with that, it's just crazy.
I think it was a disgusting tackle with no intention of winning the ball.
And he should have been sent off.
Let me finish now, innit? Let me finish now. I'll let you finish. I'm not.
You are. You went there to hurt
someone. No, I'm not. But listen. It was a disgusting tackle. That was nowhere near the ball. So that means he didn't mean to injure the player, right? That's your logic. So if you're going for someone, if your studs up
to hurt someone,
if your studs
are
up,
you're making wild accusations about what should have been a red.
Yeah, no, and you're defending the ridiculous because that was. Yes, you are.
I'm defending his right to the fact that he probably didn't set out to injure the player. I get he should have been sent off.
Hurt. That's going to hurt a player. That's going to hurt the player. That's going to hurt him. It's not going to tickle him. When you got studs up and you're going at that pace, when you're lunging at someone's ankle, you're going to hurt the player. There's no ifs and buts about it. We've all played football. We've all had studs in our ankle. That's gonna hurt my brother. He didn't go out to tickle him. He went out to tackle him hard, and that's gonna injure a next man. Anyway, that could have been an ankle breaker. But forget that. It's the referee's inconsistencies. How did anyone think that that's not a red card? The first one we could have a debate about. Was it a red? Was it amber? But the second one straight after. Lord have mercy, man.
I think it's the way around. The second one is a yellow card for me, right? The first one is a straight red. Like he should have been
straight red. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Tom.
I know, but what I'm saying is crazy. But the culmination,
minimum 2 yellows, right?
Yeah. It's I don't know what the refs were doing. Like they had 2 bites of the cherry there to send off a guy who clearly was interested in making late challenges instead of actually getting to grips with a game of football.
Of course he was.
Somehow he stayed on that pitch. What disgusted me the most wasn't even his challenge. What disgusted me the most was his actual performance, right? And I've seen from Man City fans trying to gas up his performances this season. Oh, he's been he's slotted into the team. Whenever I've watched Man City, I'm just like, what is he actually doing for Man City? Like I said this shit in the summer on the Big Six. I remember saying how Man City have sold players who offer them incision and creativity, like Mahrez and Gundogan, right? Now, we all know Man City have a squad capable of winning the league. We know that Man City are favourites to win the league. I still think they're going to win the league. However, I don't think someone like Mateo Kovacic at this stage of his career is good enough to be starting games week in, week out for Man City, simply because the things that made Kovacic really good quality player before, he doesn't do them to the same level of effectiveness anymore. He doesn't really take the ball and go past players consistently, and his passing has never been good. Like his passing has literally never ever been good. He's not someone who makes 4 passes. He's not someone who's going to probe. So when I was seeing that team, the first half, I looked at the Man City midfield 3, and I'm like, hang on a second, who is actually going to get the ball into the attackers in this team? Who's actually going to take responsibility to try and find Haaland? Like Rico Lewis was taking more. Rico Lewis was trying to probably take more risk in his passing than Kovacic, than Bernardo Silva. Like, what the hell is that about, bro? And don't get it twisted. Declan Rice, listen, it's not easy playing up against a midfield. Declan Rice, he's a clampers defensively. Jorginho, to his credit, did all right? I felt like Arsenal off the ball were really good. Same way I thought Man City off the ball were really good. And I'm sure we'll get onto Arsenal midfielders like Odegaard. I thought he was poor, but I'm looking at Kovacic and I'm just like, sorry, to lose Gundogan and you put in Kovacic, that's a humongous downgrade.
I think the thing with Kovacic is when we brought him in, the intention, more than likely, I'm pretty convinced, it wasn't to make him a starting 11 player. He wasn't going to be a starting 11 player. He was going to be a substitute or a backup player, if you like. But through Kevin De Bruyne's lengthy injury, through Rodri's suspension and that kind of thing, Kovacic just found himself playing more football. When City fans said he's fitted into the team quite well and he's done well at the beginning of the season, he was playing as number 8. He was playing further up the pitch. Now, yesterday, I think playing as the number 6, as the Rodri kind of stepper in, if you like, it didn't suit him at all. I think he was a bit of a deer in headlights and the pressure got to him. I don't know, was it the pace of the game? But Kovacic, when we have a fully fit squad, he more than likely won't start. I'm fully aware that going from Gundogan to Kovacic, you're having a bit of a downgrade there. But it is what it is. The fact of the matter is, our lack of creativity yesterday came from players like Foden not stepping up. I don't think he offered enough going forward. Like I've said to you guys since the beginning of the season, and I said it last week too after the Wolves game, these are the kind of games where I need to see Phil Foden being creative, being a chief creator, threading balls through. Like we're all speaking about Haaland not doing enough and not creating things or not scoring enough. But how can he when players like Foden and even Alvarez, who was a passenger at times too, are simply not doing anything for him? It's going to be frustrating for the number 9. So I was disappointed with Phil Foden. I was disappointed with Alvarez. I think we brought on Doku too late. I think he looked like he had a bit of something when he came on. You know, we put him on Zinchenko. We beat him once out of 3. Zinchenko did a decent job in the other 2. Put him over on Ben White, caused a bit of trouble then. So look, it's a difficult one. The creation.
I think
we're struggling without Kevin De Bruyne. It's a big thing right now.
I think the Foden is spot on, to be fair, because this. Sorry,
I was going to defend Foden though. I was going to defend Foden because I think Foden is being played in so many different variety of roles. You know, in and out of the team. Attacking players we know need consistency, run of games, give them a role and let them flourish. The attack gets changed. I think the onus on Foden. I think we should be looking at far more experienced players like your Bernardo.
Experience though, man.
Like
I think that's too many excuses though, man. I think for me, he's 23 now. He's not. He's been here for a while in the Premier League, man. Come on,
in and out. It should be.
I think you're making excuses for him.
I agree.
I don't need to make excuses for Foden, man. I'm saying more criticism should be on Haaland. What's his name? Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Alvarez. These guys, not Foden.
GRIZZ. To Hugh's point,
Foden's ready. Let me just say,
Foden's the same age as Alvarez.
I'm a Man City fan.
Yeah,
I've watched Foden play since he was 15 years old in the underage team.
No problem, man.
Blame as a number 10, as a number 8, and he's been in the first team now for however long. He's a 4-time Premier League winner. For me, he's ready. It's time Phil Foden clamps down a position and makes that his position and flourishes in that position. Simple as. I get the whole rotated thing, and he's changing positions all the time. But for me as a City fan, I'm ready, and I want to see Phil Foden nail down a slot and start imposing himself on games. I rate him so highly. I absolutely love him. He's a joy to watch when he's at his best. But at days like yesterday, where I need him to turn up, because it's frustrating when we know, there's no Kevin De Bruyne. Right, where the fuck's the creativity going to come from? Someone's got to do it. Just step up and do it. The fact of the matter is, even I said it on the preview show, and I'll say it again. Yesterday's game, there was enough quality on the pitch to beat Arsenal. No Kevin De Bruyne, no Rodri. There was enough quality on the pitch, but we didn't do it. We didn't do enough. Some of Pep's selections were wrong. Like I said, I would have liked Doku or Grealish on the pitch, and then players didn't turn up.
Can I get a definitive answer for this question, though? I don't know if it's the right time, considering the circumstances.
It's the wrong time. I know you're going to ask. It's the wrong time.
Oh, come on, man. I need a City fan to hold their hands up and say there's no competition between Saka and Foden anymore, because
Saka's better than him.
But I never hear City fans say it. I've never heard it.
On the spot.
We do this all the time, and I've said this. Since we've been doing this show, right? What's the one thing that I've gone over and over with, and I get called, you got an agenda. Man City players get overprotected. You do not have to play well week in, week out.
Grealish, another one.
I've said it with Grealish.
I was starting on Grealish.
And it's the same thing with Phil Foden.
Guardiola.
You're right. Same thing with Phil Foden. Phil Foden is a fantastic talent. Like on his day, he's a quality player. And he puts up numbers because he's playing for Man City and he's a really good finisher. He's got technical quality. But the problem I see is Phil Foden can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games without playing well. When he comes into the team, whether that's starting off the bench, and it doesn't matter because all they're going to remember is, he scores on the 8th game and Man City win the league. How dare you get onto Phil Foden? Top talent. So my thing is, Phil Foden, he's meant to be a serious player. And I think on his day, he's a serious player. So if he's going to be a serious player, or if he is a serious player, if he's as good as Man City fans and general fans,
I think Saka's more dependable. Saka's more dependable.
One sec. He must be held accountable to serious player standards. Because if Phil Foden was playing at Man United and he was playing this way, do you think that he wouldn't be getting criticism? He'd be getting flogged. If he was playing at Arsenal and he was playing this way, he'd be getting flogged.
Are you serious? He's on 3.
I'm
He's
being dead serious.
on 3 assists already this season. You wouldn't be calling him a flop.
No, I didn't say flogged. I said he'd be getting flogged. He'd be getting flogged. I didn't call him a flop. I said he'd be getting flogged. If he was putting in the inconsistent performances that he has done over the last 2 years, and he wasn't playing for a team that was winning the league year in, year out, the scrutiny would be greater. So, with all due respect, as talented as Foden is, he is not immune from criticism. The guy is what, 23 years old? He's going to be 24 years old. Right? We've spoken numerous times, and I know it's early on. Nobody's trying to rub out his season, but in the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, in the absence of Rodri, you've sold Mahrez. Like, that team is literally crying out for Phil Foden to make it his. Like, you have to seize your opportunity. There comes a point where we need to stop judging this guy on the idea of Phil Foden and start judging Phil Foden on what he's actually producing for Man City.
I said this last season when this comparison was brought up. Saka's played, 84 games in a row. The different level of responsibility that he has with no competition on that right wing is completely different to Foden. And when you are treble winners and when you are a team that's consistently winning, regardless of who does what in what game, lessens, and Pep's a heavy rotator as it is, that lessens everybody's responsibility as individuals because it's more about the collective. But in the consequence of that is when now it's time for you to be depended upon, the lights are much brighter on you. And Foden, I'm sorry, Grizz, he's 23 years old. He was meant to come in for David Silva. Then it was Gundogan that stepped up.
You don't have to apologize to me, man. He ain't my boy.
And then now Gundogan's gone. I said at the start of this season, Foden is going to have to play in that central role, which is where I've always wanted to see him. But he's going to have to play to a level now that he's consistently got to achieve these heights because one, he's good enough. With this Saka Foden debate, for me, I don't like to get involved because I think from a talent perspective, I think Foden's right up there with Saka. Foden is capable of producing the Saka performances. He just has to actually do it. That's the difference. From a talent perspective, from a technical perspective, he has it. No one's going to tell me that Foden technically is worse off than Saka. I won't believe you, honestly. Personally,
I think I've been consistent this season in my for Phil Foden. I've been consistent of what I want from him. But the thing is, like, it's hard for Phil Foden to have his own stamp on the team the way Saka does. Like, week in, week out, Saka's on that right wing. There's no two ways about it. He's there. Phil Foden could score a hat-trick. He could score 5. He could score 10. And the next game, Pep might decide he's not even playing.
This is my point.
The thing with Pep is he'll pick his team based on who we're playing against, not who played well last week. That's been something for Phil Foden to deal with. Doesn't matter on performance. And it's not the fact that he can't nail down a position. And I've said that this season. I'm in agreement with all of you. You don't even need to tell me that this season I'm ready to say, Phil Foden, you got to do it now. This is your time. And
I just want to very quickly talk about the tactics before Turkish probably wants to have a final say on Arsenal, wherever. If we're moving on, but
we have to go. Some Arsenal players need.
We all asked about.
Saliba needs mentioning.
I've been a little bit critical of Arteta in recent weeks. Do you remember we were talking about this and that? I thought that was, for me as a neutral watching two great teams. Good one world-class coach, one on the verge or wants to be known as a world-class coach. I thought it was a brilliant performance by Arteta. I have to say, I thought the best way to beat City is go out if they're without KDB and they're without Rodri, go out and attack them and go and see if you can rattle them and create chances against them. Arteta just said, no, we're going to play a total different way. I'm sure Arsenal fans will know more, but that was a total different way of Arsenal at home to what they've been accustomed to and used to. It was pure rope-a-dope. But the problem was Man City had already in their game plan to just dominate the ball and just keep the ball and bore the game out to a draw, like Hughie said. I don't think they picked a team. It was evident he didn't pick a team to go and attack them. Maybe not win, but win by his own methods. Maybe by a set piece, great delivery, 4 big centre-halves. I thought tactically Arteta got it spot on, especially with the personnel at their disposal. And yeah, man, we all asked for Arsenal to stand up. I think that was a huge victory for Arsenal. It's not so much of a crazy defeat for Man City because we know Man City. They have a little dip.
Away,
Man City have these blips before December and come back. Like Pep said, he goes,
you know, I mean, we will be back. You know, that's fine. But in terms of Arsenal's mentality and Arsenal's belief, that was huge, huge, huge.
Like for us, like I said in the previous show, that this win would have meant a lot more to Arsenal than it would have to us. You know what I mean? And you could tell, like Turkish, I know you were at the game. The atmosphere at the end, the place was absolutely rocking. Like, I know we make jokes about it, but you'd swear they would have won the Champions League. And fair enough, you know, when you haven't beaten us since 2015, and I said in the preview, it's a big barrier, psychological barrier to overcome. That's a huge thing. Like, to beat us, it was a case of for them by any means necessary.
That's it.
A fluky goal off Nathan Ake, fucking take it. 3 points beating Man City. It's not so much the win and the 3 points, whilst that's great. It's the psychological barrier they've gotten over. Whereas for us, it's like, you know what I mean? It's annoying. I was sitting on the bus back to the airport after the game. I was like, damn, it hurts to lose in that fashion. You know what I mean? But we've had these blips before. And even the leagues where we pipped you to the league, Grizz, a few times by a point, you beat us in Anfield every season for fun. You know what I mean? You beat us in Anfield. We'd know I'd go to Anfield and I'd go, we're not winning. We just don't win there. You might even draw with us then in the Etihad. We might not beat you in the course of the whole season and we'd still win the league. So as Man City fans, we weren't coming out going, damn, you know, that's a big statement or
there's no feeling of
now.
there's no feeling of
when
that.
our players came over, we clapped them. We were still singing champions again in Lay because we're used to this. But like I said, I have to give credit to them, and I want to make it clear because I know there's a lot of Arsenal fans here, and I want to give credit to Arsenal. They went out, they played in a higher gear than us. I think what I also said about Haaland not playing well and the reasons why, that Arsenal defense, Gabriel and Saliba, absolute monsters. Absolutely. I was looking at it, I was going, we're not going to break them down. But by the 70th minute, I'd almost conceded the fact that we weren't going to break them down. They were just on one of those days. So, look, for Arsenal, it's huge. And credit to them. Credit to Mikel Arteta. I think his game management was excellent. The timing of which he brought on Partey and Martinelli. Martinelli came on and added that injection to get them to the next gear that they needed to go on and beat us. The deflected goal is what it is, but his overall impact on the game was absolutely huge for Arsenal. So, credit to them, man. They deserve the win, 100%. But for us, we move on. We've got a big month ahead. Brighton United. Move.
I do think there's a silver lining for Man City though, because at the very least, I thought both defenses were really good. I thought Man City defensively, Ruben Diaz, Colossus. I thought Gvardiol. I know his passing was not the best, but defensively, I thought he stood up to
he was good.
His huge challenge quite well. I thought Ake was tidy in his actions, and I thought Kyle Walker. I know Martinelli came on second half, really injected a lot into Arsenal, but I thought Kyle Walker was all right. On Arsenal's side, I thought Saliba, class, Gabriel, class, Declan Rice, I thought he was really good as well. I thought, both defenses were strong, man. Really, really strong. So I wouldn't, if I'm a Man City fan, yes, you can look at a Foden, you can look at Kovacic, you can look at tweaks. And I think we've spoken about Pep and maybe not picking the right team, but like you said, I don't think that's a game Man City fans can go away from thinking, oh my God, like I'm fearing the worst here. Like it's still a lot of football to be played.
That's super chat. Is that like I'm not being funny, but like that's not a funny joke. I know you can call me Radon, but I'm not going to be called a chubby little leprechaun on stream.
No one's reading that. Don't need to read that. No, that. Why are you repeating it even? Why are you repeating it even?
Because I'm sorry, because I sometimes see these kind of messages in the chat, and while I'm all for banter, if you want to slide my,
you know what? Call it out, man.
No, call it out.
When it gets like that, I just get a bit fucking like, what the hell?
No. You don't need to defend that. You don't need to say nothing on that, bro. We defend you for that, man. No one needs to say shit like that.
Before you even spoke, I put this message in the chat, Hugh. So like I have seen it and I have addressed it, but obviously
block it, man.
You're well within your well.
We give warnings on, like, you know what I mean, behave yourselves in it. Yeah, you should already know. People just come online and be disrespectful, bro. Yeah. And people in the chat as well, chatting all kinds of rubbish. We need to mod people and block people. Any personal attacks on any of these brothers, anything personal, block them. I don't give a shit. Block them. No personal attacks, man.
To be honest, since we've moved over to this channel, obviously we had a lot more mods on my channel, so I haven't gone round to modding enough people yet. So that's part of the issue. But
too many idiots like that, man.
And listen, listen, this is our channel, so Hugh's a mod. If Hugh feels that something's too far, Hugh, you're well within your right to make that decision as well. So
like, I'm all for banter. I get the show. The nature of the show is banter. We have a laugh, but like I'm thick-skinned, and if you want to have a go at me, that's fine. But come on, man. There's no need to make it personal. It's a football show.
Yeah, man.
Have a laugh with my team. Slag off Haaland for missing goals, but it is what it is.
Is it time to talk on Haaland now?
I want to confirm. Before we go on Haaland, I want to give some credit to Saliba and Gabriel, man. I can't lie. That partnership is solid, man. I know there's a super chat there saying SAEED about Saliba. Listen, man, I think for me, he might be the best centre back in the league right now. I'll be real with you. Like, you know, I think Diaz is good, very, very good. I think there's other outstanding guys out there, but Saliba, scary, man. I can't lie. There was one moment in the game where man slipped here and he got up straight away, and nothing happened. Like, he just got up, and it's the way he is. It's so agile. And I think for me, the speed, the recovery pace, I thought it was outstanding, man. You know, the partnership that they get. I don't think Gabriel probably gets the kind of credit he deserves, because Saliba is just that outstanding. I think Saliba has that kind of swagger. That's why they call him the Mbappe of centre-backs, because he's got that kind of nature about him. So I think for me, boy, man, that centre-back partnership, Gabriel's more the calm one, and then Saliba's the more aggressive, comes out and then does whatever. So, and obviously Declan Rice in midfield. Declan Rice as well, man. I don't know if he's had a bad game. Has he had a bad game, Declan Rice, since he's joined the club?
No.
Declan Rice, I can't lie, man. I rated this guy since he was like 18, man. When he came to Old Trafford and dominated midfield, man. He's an unbelievable player. But yeah, I got to give credit to the Arsenal defense, because, like I said, I love that banter, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But sometimes you have to just put it aside and say, you know what? Saliba, he gives that aura in it. And you know what? People saying he's not world class. He's on the periphery. So yeah, I got to give that mention to them too, man. He's unbelievable.
I think you got them mixed up. Saliba's probably the calm
one. Sorry. I did get them mixed up. Yeah, Gabriel's the more aggressive, Saliba the one more calm. Yeah.
Remember when the contract,
they complement each other so well.
Remember when the contract last season were up for renewal, all of our young stars, Martinelli, Saka, Saliba. After Martinelli and Saka's contracts were signed, I was still very much adamant, this is the one that we need to get signed to really know if we're on the right trajectory off the pitch, because Martinelli and Saka, they've got a certain amount of loyalty to Arsenal for the way they've come up through the ranks and the chances they've been given. Whereas Saliba was sent out alone a couple of times. There was a lot of controversy around it all. Him and Guendouzi on Instagram, it seemed like he wasn't happy about it, but he signed the contract. And the reason I emphasize that contract more so than even Saka or Martinelli is because as much as Saka and Martinelli, listen, Martinelli is my favorite player, especially attacker. But as much as those contracts are important, you see wingers coming through more often than you see a centre-back like this. A centre-back like this is rare.
But you know
I don't
what?
know if you're going to keep him, though. I'll be real with you. I don't think
he gives me
Real Madrid.
Ala Madrid.
Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid. Give it 2 years time. Hala Madrid.
Is that the new agenda?
Bellingham,
Including the Mbappe as centre back, right? But the fact
Mbappe and Saliba together.
But the fact that the way the Turkish reminded me, anyway, you probably guys remember the fact that he reminded me of like how he went away on loan, issues with the club, coaches, whatever. The way he's come back strong from that, cemented his place.
What are you trying to say? Arteta's the masterclass in all of that. You're trying to glaze up Arteta. What are you trying to do here? Saliba's is good.
I was definitely not masterclass for that. What?
Wait, you're not
trying to do here?
Turkish. What are these guys on?
No. If you were about to give Arteta credit for Saliba, I was about to slap you there because now.
Hardly. I'm talking about Saliba. You guys are insecure. Insecure.
No, one thing
I know what you're gonna do.
Bro, you're so insecure.
I know what you're about to say. I think you missed that.
I'm talking about Saliba and his mental attitude. They don't even let me praise him. All right, save, carry on.
No, but Grizz, I'm gonna come back to you, but I want to make a point.
Why you rattled, man?
I want to make a point of what they're saying, because listen, Arteta does deserve some credit.
Of course he does, anyway.
Because as much as listen, hold on.
All right, say it no
before
more.
You start flipping out, yeah. Would Saliba have been as good playing for Arsenal had he not been loaned out those couple of years? Would his development have still gone the same? There's an argument to say yes, but people tend to forget that he lost a family member. He had a big injury, and when you come to this league, playing for Arsenal, if you make one big mistake, that could be the end of you in terms of the mentality, your mental side of things. Because look at Fofana, for example. Fofana came into Leicester. In a similar route that Saliba came to Arsenal, he was allowed to make mistakes at Leicester because that's Leicester. At Arsenal is completely different. At Arsenal, you come and make a mistake, that could be the end of you. So I think Arteta does deserve some praise for the way he handled it, because listen, for me, full circle, my thing with Arteta and the way he handled that was, if you get this guy to sign a new contract, then you've handled it perfectly.
I don't know.
And he got
man.
him to sign a new contract.
Do you know why I don't agree? I don't agree because the season you sent him out on loan, his 4th season, he was team of the year for Marseille, right? Your point on like Arsenal sink or swim, I get that part. It's a big club, bigger expectations, big pressure, right? But your fans give ample leeway to your young G's, right? From time your entire fan base majority of your fan base made up a song about Eddie Nketiah. Your defense is in trouble when Nketiah's in the room. The guy scored like 3 or 4 Premier League goals last season. The point I'm making is
they like to troll. They like to troll their players. Did you hear the song about Havertz?
But the point I'm making is your fans will give more grace to talented young players, right?
Our fans. Yes,
everyone does that, Tobes. That's only natural. Everyone does that.
If he makes a mistake on the Big Six and on every other show on YouTube and in every group where you're talking about football, it's do you see that mistake from Saliba? I don't know if he's the one, you know. It's not about Arsenal fans supporting him. It's about the other side of things.
We're talking about him playing for Arsenal.
Look how many prospects have come into the Premier League in the last 5 years, and look how many of them have worked out. We even have one ourselves in Kai Havertz. Man United have one in Jadon Sancho. Even Anthony might be another example.
Turkish. He sent Saliba out on loan, and what was your back 4 pairing in the season you finished 8th?
I choose not to remember.
There you go then. So then, like, how does he deserve credit? A guy who, from what I've heard from people who are watching him, when they were both at what's that team? The Saint Etienne.
So who deserves credit? Unai Emery signed him.
Etienne.
I
was told that he was better than Fofana, and then Fofana came to the league, was playing. Yes, he made mistakes for Leicester, but he was also playing at a high level. So Arsenal, who were depleted in defensive options, you've got a centre back right there. You've also thrown Saka into the team.
Oh, he's 19, bro. Yeah, but you want to bring a 19-year-old into a camp?
Did you not bring Saka? Did you not bring Saka into the team at 17? I don't understand.
How many? But obviously, Saka's in his home country, isn't it?
Saka's in his home country. In the chat, they're saying he lost his.
It's not your fault, Chris.
He lost both his parents. I don't know the timeline, but if he lost
triggered, man.
If he lost both of his parents as a teenager, bruv, if you want to go and stay in France for a year to get your head straight, go to France because that's where you were born. So for me,
home time.
That might be it. We can't underestimate the mental side of football. Do you know what I'm saying?
Matisse.
If he's had a conversation with Arteta behind the scenes and he said, "Listen, my head's not right. I've lost both my parents. I need to be in France with the rest of my family." Then that's the decision that has to be taken. We can't always look at about what Arsenal said about pairing was. Yeah, they're gonna have to take their hit 100%.
I wasn't gonna go down the Arteta route.
Because with Saliba, you're investing in the long term. You're not investing in one said season where they finish 8th. You're invested in 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. If that's what he needed at that time to make sure that he was gonna be who he needed to be, then that was it.
I wasn't even gonna go down the praising Arteta route, but now that I'm thinking about it and listening to all you guys, it makes complete sense. At the end of the day, Arteta invested in him long term, and even if Arteta did make a mistake and sent him out on loan, I shouldn't have sent him out on loan. The fact that he's recognized, even if he has made an error, recognized his talent, turned him into a world class, on the verge of being a world class centre back. You have to praise his management of the Saliba situation, man. But of course, the praise goes to Saliba, the player himself, to come back from everything that has happened to him, whether it's personal tragedy, whether it's professional dissatisfaction at Arsenal, or demotion almost, being sent out to, where was it, Marseille or Saint Etienne, you said, wherever, right? The fact that he's come back and he's looking so elegant, so good. Sometimes you've got to praise the all-round, everything around it, not just the player. And if the management have helped that, fair play to them, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think, and to be honest with you, listen, TOBS has a point.
Don't care anyway, by the way. He don't really care.
TOBS had a point in one when you look at where we was finishing. But the reality of it is, when you look at our trajectory and Arteta's role in that trajectory, it's like, listen, we can all laugh about trust the process, and we can all laugh about phases and all that. Even I question these things at times and just think, come on, what a load of PR and what a load of nonsense. But everything he's done so far, even up until the win against City yesterday, it's kind of you can track the trajectory of it all bit by bit. When we finished just outside of top 4 to Tottenham, the next one was, you need to start beating a Liverpool. You need to start, competing with these big 6 clubs away, getting more points. We did that last season. We came up just short in the title. What's the next step? How do you win a Premier League title? You need to start beating City. You need to start. So it's like even with the Saliba introduction to the team, it's that he's carefully planned it along the way. Now, I might be talking rubbish, but the fact he signed the contract leads me to believe that as much as Saliba might have been unhappy at the time, he looks back at it maturely and says, fair enough, boss. Like, I'll sign a contract. Because let's be honest, if Saliba's contract run out and end of this summer coming, he could go to a Real Madrid. He could go to a Bayern Munich. He could go to a Manchester City. It's not like he has to wait 3-4 years, but instead he signed on the dotted line, which Arteta does deserve some credit for. Because don't forget, even under Arsene Wenger, us re-signing our best players was a struggle, to say the least. Arteta's managed to turn that around. We've got our key players signing. We're actually buying in players that other clubs want. These are all things that have led us to where we are. So I do think Arteta deserves a lot of credit. And on Rice, has he had a bad game? No. Solid.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, man.
We should
Solid,
probably
man.
look at super chats because 68 of them I'm just seeing. It's looking a bit peak.
Yeah, man. Nah, proper, man. Declan Rice is a baller, man. I don't want anyone talking badly on Declan Rice, man.
Okay, boss.
Generally.
I don't want
That's my guy, man.
Let's get into the super chats anyway, because like Matisse said, there's about 67 here to get through. I have to warn people, I doubt I'm going to be able to get through all of them, considering it's 51 minutes on the clock. As we go through them, make sure you hit the like button, because there's 9.4k in the building. We on 1.6k likes. Let's get up to 3,000 people, because it's big numbers tonight. And let's move into super chat. Jimmy says, yes, Liverpool was robbed again. I might as well just do it now. Yes, Liverpool was robbed against Spurs, but to start crying and pretend to be some kind of victim in every game where they get decisions against them is just idiotic. They are terrible to all teams. Oh, come on with these usernames. Mr. BAP says, show of hands of those who didn't lose this weekend. Huey, little bro, you can hold that. Big up Arsenal for being great environmentalists by sending that plastic club to the recycling bin. 0.00x G-Land. Since when the dog has been around, Man City haven't beaten us. All right, then, James. All right. On that. Ricky says, Turkish, you know I'm a huge anti-Havertz. You think we should lay off him for a bit? The guy came up with a winning assist against City after 8 years. Bro, next up, Chelsea away. Next up, Chelsea away. Yeah, that's another one.
I want Havertz to start that game.
we will be there. We will
bring him to me. Bring him to me. Bring that boy to me. Bring him. Bring him.
Man said bring him after years of defending him.
I beg Scott remembers this little moment, because if
Havertz drops a masterclass, you can click that. But that's only for Havertz. I didn't say bring. I said bring Havertz to me. Bring him to me,
please.
He go have that masterclass.
We're bringing Mount as well at Old Trafford. Bring,
bro. There's 60 plus super chats, and then at the end of the show, you man are gonna moan to me about time, and I'm gonna be like,
let's stop responding to everyone, man.
Big up the panel. Can we discuss how bottom left didn't pick Saliba in the combined 11? We can, we won't. He knows. Who was the best right back on the pitch yesterday? Oh, let's not answer that question.
That's cheeky as fuck.
I'm just asking a simple question. I just wanted to know.
Fair.
Little nutmeg on Doku as well. Say no more. Harry says TOBS was so against the Ange appointment. Now he's sitting there top of the league with his Spurs hat and Spurs top. Shameless.
Yeah, he's a prick. He knows it as well.
Big up Elisa. We was at the game together. He says free Havertz. Man's record against City is pretty good. 60 million for a City killer. We move. And I know we had another one later. I believe I saw another one. But if I see it, my bro.
Crazy.
Hope you're good, man. And thank you for the invite.
Mad.
Hamza says, we need to have a serious chat about City's summer business. None of their incomings have improved on any of the players they've sold and or let go. Yeah, but the players they let go experienced, and to get to that level, you're going to need some time. I don't think Gundogan was the same Gundogan when he came to City as when he left City. Similar to Mahrez as well, even though Mahrez obviously had that league title with Leicester. Ralph says SAEED and some of his fellow panelists said Odegaard is like Bruno. That Odegaard didn't do anything in the game. He doesn't show up. Wake up, bro.
I didn't say that, but if you're going to lie to a super chat, then that's up to you, my friend. What we mean.
That's up to you, my friend. Blue Moon. I'm here, guys.
Yesterday, though, so let's just
Blue Moon says, I'm here,
Yeah,
guys.
he didn't perform as well.
Unlike the virgins in the chat, I have shit to do. The way your club was celebrating 3 points, Turkish, I hear Set Man was in tears. Well, I don't know who Set Man is. I don't see no tears. But yeah, let me know. Aaron says, big up the panel. Turkish, that game was the one I enjoyed the most because it feels like we've overcome a huge mental block. 100%. Massum says, Arsenal fans, be happy. Make your memories and friends this season. We will see who's where in game week 38. We will be there to see the agony and the suffering. We will all be there. Matty says, football aside, I lost my granddad this morning, and the first proper laugh on my face today comes from a THUGGEry intro. Love for the love. People appreciate life. Laughter. Nothing's guaranteed. Bro, you know, Matt, you've been here a long time, so you know what I also went through in January, and also still going through, to be honest. So it doesn't leave you. You just get used to the pain. You come to terms with never coming to terms with it, especially if you're close, like I believe you are with your granddad. Listen, I mean, there's not much else I can offer but an ear or some words through the DMs. If you want to talk, you're more than welcome to message me on Instagram. Message any of us if there's anyone in particular you'd prefer talking to. But I went through it this year. I'm sure others have went through similar. So don't hesitate to message, man. Really love the support, not only from you, from everyone. And I'm glad that, you know, moments like the intro, other moments can help take your mind off it, even if it is for a couple of seconds. Keep your head up, Matty. Life, this is life. You know, the older we get, the more we realize what really matters in life. But big up, Matty. Sadiq says, we deserve the win. A lot of City supporters were overconfident before the game, like Hugh displayed, but now excuses about missing players. To be fair, Hugh didn't make any excuses about missing players. So Aaron says, Arteta changed the game with his subs. They were made at the right time. Tactically 10-10. I like Jesus on the right wing. He could provide depth for Saka in the future, and we could go get Tony in January. I think Jesus had a good game in many ways, obviously lacking that final third efficiency, in my opinion. But in terms of off the ball, working hard, holding it up, and not in his ideal position, I think Jesus had a quietly good game. And I've got this one here from AJ saying, Fraud Watch, how's Michael Oliver officiating games in Abu Dhabi and the Premier League? This was the guy who gave Martinelli 2 yellows within seconds. Someone has to look at his bank account. VAR my arse. I have read about that. If that's the case and there is links between them all, then he shouldn't ref City games. But is that the only thing wrong with PGMOL? It certainly is not. So there's a hell of a lot they need to fix. Tony Bloom says, Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta said, Mikel Arteta coached a masterclass. Goal itself may have been lucky, but the build up to it was far from. Tommy was instructed to make that run, and it paid. That is very true. Tommy came on and he was moving like a striker at times, which was funny because it looked like Tommy was coming on to nullify Doku with Zinchenko, obviously defensively naive at times. In the end, Tommy was key. All of our subs linked up for that goal. Partey over the top. Tommy header to Havertz. Havertz laid it to Martinelli. All 4 subs involved. Chris says, I remember when Turkish said that Kovacic wasn't any better than Xhaka and was getting cooked by the panel. What does he actually bring to the game? I remember that as well.
Stop showing off, man. Hurry and move. You move.
Remember I told you in the WhatsApp Oracle, things come round. You know, we could talk about a Thiago flop thing coming back round when I got, but we won't.
He's injured.
He's always injured, bro.
Did you say? Did you wait? Did you say? Toby.
I did.
All right, not now.
Not now. Sliku says, City fan here, only 8 games this season. We will be there again at the Etihad. With your owner and Rodri, there's still a long way to go. Big up the panel. Fair enough. Toby having chest because he thought no Havertz meant would get a draw. Then Havertz assists and we win. Spurs fans really celebrate anything.
Okay.
The Premier League's in your hands, Tobes. Interesting. Saeed, I need 2 apologies. First, for watching your dead team for 2 hours. Second, for Romero. He's been on smoke and you must speak about it. We will move on to other clubs soon enough. So remember that. This year is 2085, says HW. And I'm still waiting for Jarland to create his own chance and be individualistic. Ballon d'Or for Donny's waiting at the back post. What happened to this sport? Nice, by the way. Fire. New says, Big Bad Pep really rocked up to the Emirates with Bernardo as a 6, sacrifices width and attack to hope for a draw, while his 50 million backup to Rodri continues to rot on the bench. Embarrassing work. Would you consider arranging the screens each week in keeping with the league placement? My bro, thank you for the super chat, but unfortunately not. I think that the setup has become the setup. It wasn't made to be like this every week, but it just turns out. And now when people are in different areas,
come on, it's iconic, man. Come on, we can't change this.
Top right, top left.
You understand? It's iconic.
Yeah. Hugh waffling. Saliba got so bored he passed the Haaland just to take it back. Enigma says Havertz did well as a target man again. You man hypnotized with hatred against him. Nketiah can't even trap a butterfly.
Yeah, he was pants.
And another one from New saying Oliver recently trapped. Yeah, we spoke about that, my guy. Well, I mentioned that. TMB says, Hugh, I agree with you that Haaland is not that new number 9, but you have to agree that those attributes are necessary for the greats of the old game. Pele, Maradona, Messi, Benzema. Do you expect growth? They're all great.
I'd like him. I understand. I get the sentiment. I get the idea, and I've no doubt he will improve over time. But as of right now, what he's known for and what he is and what he's been, he's an elite finisher. He's not a ball player, just an elite finisher.
And Elisa, this is the one I saw earlier. How many centre backs are playing week in, week out at the age of 19 at a top 4 club in the Premier League? Add the fact that he's foreign plus personal issues. Let's be real. Obviously, these super chats falling into that Saliba debate at the end. Gareth says, rewatch it again, Hugh. Nasty tackle on Arsenal's playmaker with no chance of winning the ball. He wanted to leave one on him as City players knew they won't win in the game. I think not to restart the argument. I think that was the argument. Rather, there's leaving one on a player and there's trying to injure a player. They are two different things. So I think that's where the argument kind of split and divided into two different ways. AJ says, Tobes would have rather Saliba played with bozos like Socrates, Kolasinac and the likes. Saliba was shielded from that culture and team mentality. Very bleak. It's been great to see Arteta taking Zinchenko off at 70 every game. Tommy to end is perfect. And versus City, he was a centre forward. Got a few still on Saliba. Saliba went under the radar in terms of his impact last season, as technically wasn't a new signing. Everyone hyped Jesus Zinni, but he was just as massive. That is a very good point. Very good point. HW says Pep tried to come to the Emirates with Rico Love in CM, and City fans have been forcing Foden down our throats for years. When is he going to be the guy this country tells us he is consistently? Well, conversations are coming up. This is the same ref that sent. Yep, we know 2 yellows. Like I said, refs. We could have a big 6 show just on refs for 2 hours and talk about how they fucked each club over in some way, shape, or form over the years. So, we won't delve too much into that. But listen, we've just passed the hour. There's still 30 super chats here. I'm gonna save them. If there is a chance to get them in later on in the show, I will get them in. But we do have to prioritize the conversation and the flow of the show. Appreciate everyone that sent in a super chat. If we get to it, we get to it. If we don't, we'll reply in the comments too. So if your super chat didn't come up, you can ask questions in the comments. We're always in the comments, so feel free after the show to put it there as well, people. But let's move, because another result that I don't think many people predicted, a draw for Liverpool away. Actually, I got the correct score for that one. A draw, 2-2 draw. Liverpool away to Brighton.
So did I.
Matisse as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Matisse.
Matisse. Yeah, he did. He did. A few of us got a correct score this
Yeah.
week still. But
Yep.
GRIZZ, I mean, should have saw
go
the game
anywhere.
off.
Yeah, tough game. Brighton are a good team, as a lot of your teams have found out. And we didn't deserve to win this. I think it's, apart from the Chelsea game, which we only deserved a draw. This is the game where we didn't perform and we got the result that we got in the end. Should have seen it out. Some mad suicidal starts, man. Another goal, just gave it away. Virgil to McAllister, and then the first time I can criticize Alisson this season for not knowing where his goal was a little bit. And I was right behind the goal, and it was like, yo, he just tapped that in. I don't know how it looked on the screen. Well, obviously I've seen it back. But it was like Alisson could have shifted his feet a bit quicker and saved it. But yeah, we have to take it, man. Not the return that I wanted from Brighton away, especially after the Spurs game. But again, it's one of those, if you offered me at the start of the season and the way we were talking about Liverpool, if you offered me after 8 games, 1 point behind City, 3 off the top, who are Spurs, no disrespect to Spurs, I would have taken that, man. I would have 100% taken that. We've played 8 games. We've played 5 away from home, and 4 of them are Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, and who's the other one? People in the chat, let me know. Brighton. 4 of the toughest away games. Oh, the other one's Wolves, who beat City last week. So 5 tough away games out of the way, and we're 1 point off City. I would have taken that, man. But performance-wise, scrappy. Apart from Mohamed Salah, who was magnificent, scrappy. Midfield didn't function. McAllister playing as the lone 6. Elliott being drafted in, not Gravenberch.
He wasn't good against Wolves either.
Yeah, not Gravenberch being...
man.
What's the solution for the 6, Grizz?
Yeah, let me finish my analysis.
Well, I did say though, but they didn't want to talk about it.
Let me finish.
Endo's there. This mystery signing that you don't want to talk about.
Let me finish my analysis. Let me finish my analysis, innit?
You're bad. You're bad.
Man's not. It's Liverpool section. People don't. You're not letting me finish my analysis, man. Relax, man. We get to the chat. We get to the chat. Oh no, that's okay. No problem. No problem. Talk. Say what you want to say. I've said what I want to say. I want to say we should have held out. Robertson missed the free kick. Apparently, he said he thought Alisson claimed for it, which explains why he dummied it. Lewis Dunk taps it away. But yeah, 2-2. Not the worst result at all. As you guys know, Brighton are a very good team. Not the worst result, but you know what I mean. If you wanna win leagues, you got to go to Brighton and win, and that's where I admit we may fall short of winning the league. But again, enough in the squad. I think massive miss was Gakpo, Jota. We've spoken about our strength in attack to change things in the last half hour. We weren't able to. We had no Gakpo, we had no Jota, we had no Jones. Them 3 would have 100% made a difference in the last half hour. Every game we've been finishing strongly because we've been taking off the attackers and rotating them with whoever the substitute attacker is. And it felt that way that we didn't have no options off the bench for the first time this season, and it paid. We paid for it because we weren't able to get that 3rd goal to make it 3-1, which is our favourite score. Gravenberch should have put that away, hit the crossbar. Yeah, crazy miss. But again, we have to keep going. 2 weeks break now.
As well. Pedro should have scored as well. That was a game.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah. They had a chance later on as well. 100%.
This is why I don't think Liverpool will be in the title race, because I think that midfield, as much as you can patch it all you want and you can press high up the pitch and you can get the ball off Pascal Gross, that midfield will leak goals, and you are evidently leaking the first goal every single time. So it's not sustainable. So whether you go buy a midfield in January or, like I keep saying, you let Endo have an opportunity to shine, you know what I mean, is what it is. Like, I don't get that signing. He's your only DM and you don't want to play him. Like, what was the point of signing him?
I don't get it either. What do you want me to say to that?
I would notice Liverpool, they do these pointless signings, and you're like, what was the point of that signing? What's the point of this sign? Like,
can you name some? Can you name some if you don't mind?
But there are some out there though.
I don't want you to name them. I want you to name them.
No, but you've done it in the past where you bought these defenders and you never really played them. You know, what was it, Davies last couple of summers when you had injury prone? You didn't play him. I just look at this signing here and I'm like, what is the purpose of it? Because you definitely are struggling in that middle of the park, and it was evident to show. So I just don't get it for me.
I think again that's a wild assumption. We're struggling in that midfield again. Literally, I've just told you our position. We've lost one game. We've lost one game in 19. But you can't say something that's not facts.
No, but
speak facts.
If you're then saying you're going to be going for the title, this is why I said from the start of the season, and I was consistent on it. You're not going to be in no title, or whatever you want to call it, because I feel like that midfield is still lacking. That's my honest opinion. And this is where you said second and third. So I'm just giving you my.
So hold on. Are we not finished? So are you still thinking? Are you still thinking we're not going to finish second or third? That's what you're trying to say, essentially.
I don't think you're going to finish second. 100% not.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
And that was the argument that you said as well. Yes or no? You said you're going to finish second.
100%, and I'm still adamant. Okay. But to base it on a performance like this, I've literally said Elliott changed the dynamic of the team. Well, you are, because you didn't speak for 8 weeks. You didn't. You spoke. You cried for 8 weeks. Oh, Liverpool are so good. They're looking to be back. The first opportunity for you ever to open your mouth, you've opened your mouth and you've talked shit. You have.
GRIZZ,
one at a time. I'm coming for you. Yeah. Put hands up, and I'll let you in. I'll let you into the room first, one by one. Yeah, two at a time. No, not two at a time, one at a time. All right, Saeed, Toby next.
No, but I'm just saying. Like, I'll be consistent.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I think with Saeed's point, maybe he's putting a little bit too much dip on the chip for you, but I think his base point is fair.
Dip on the chip, I like that.
It's the truth. But I think his base point is fair, right? And don't even look at it as, oh my god, you're not good enough. Look at it as, okay, Szoboszlai is functional, all action, impacts the final third. McAllister can make passes in the final third, but yet we're missing that holding six to stabilize the midfield and can protect the back line. It's missing. Listen, I don't blame McAllister for the goal. I don't think that was his fault, because I think Van Dijk really should be doing better there. He can see the picture, right? But I blame McAllister for his performance over the 90 minutes. I think his performance was poor, and that's not the first time I've seen McAllister struggling when he's playing in the six. I don't think that role is suited for him. He's got small legs. He can't really cover big spaces. And it's the truth.
Got teeny tiny legs.
It's the truth. And he's not a dual winning midfielder in that position. So
I agree. I think
that Liverpool need to look at, because it's going
100%.
It's going to be an Achilles heel for Liverpool. If you're really looking to go for major things this year, that's going to be an Achilles heel for Liverpool.
I agree. McAllister, in my opinion, again, it's too early to say, because at the moment we've done very well and we are doing very well. And even the performance, I said, even the only loss we've suffered was Spurs, and we all know the conditions of that loss, 9 men, whatever, and we still didn't deserve to lose. But I agree with what was the thing that you said? The actual base argument about McAllister playing as a lone six. Yeah. His best performances at Brighton were with a Caicedo next to him. Exactly. Yeah, so I get that. That's absolutely, and a lot of Liverpool fans are asking that. As soon as the lineup was announced, I thought, bringing in Elliott and Szoboszlai and McAllister up against this Brighton team who go man to man, everyone on the pitch, I thought it was a bit,
Wait, so you're saying McAllister needs Conceder? Is that what you're saying? Don't go anywhere.
Well, I haven't said no, but where do you want me to go? I'm here. I'm saying Caicedo is world class. I'm saying a player like Caicedo, a specialist number 6, a ball winner. Who? Caicedo?
He's not world class.
He's not world class. Come on. I think he's going to be world class. He's on the verge of being world class, man. He's showing his colors. He's showing colors. He's showing his true colors now, slowly. But we get to that.
We're using that word too much, man. World class. We're using it very, very loosely, man. Let's be calm.
He's a bad boy player, though, man. We can't shit on him just because Chelsea.
He's a bad boy, but he's a long way from being.
But the point I was trying to make is alongside Caicedo, like, do you get it? Like a Rice, for example, would have made us for sure title challengers, if not winners. That's how much I rate Rice. Do you get it? So
you know what's mad, Grizz? Curtis Jones, to be fair, has been playing well this season, and it was evident for me that you missed that kind of bite in that midfield. I think for me, Liverpool fan, I don't know if it is the Liverpool fan base, they don't give him enough credit, but I think you did miss him in the game against Brighton.
That's what I said, man. In my analysis, that's what I said, man. Curtis Jones, Gakpo, and Jota were huge misses. Curtis Jones, we haven't won without him. Like, obviously, he got sent off nice and early, but he makes us tick, man. He's growing and he's matured into a lovely player that rotates the ball. And that was one of the key factors. When we were 2-1 up, we still didn't have... I said it to my mates at the game. I said, we still are not in control. And so it turned out. We were conceding too many set pieces. We just didn't have the recovery legs in midfield. And eventually, one of those set pieces was gonna. Solly March is a great set piece taker, guys. You lot know Solly March is underrated in terms of set piece taking. And it was, look, at the end of the day, it cost us. But I absolutely agree with the McAllister point.
I think the draw was a fair result, though.
100%. We didn't deserve it.
100%.
I think Brighton in general did well. I think they were better than Liverpool more in the game than Liverpool were better than Brighton. However, I felt like Liverpool, you created enough to get.
Can I ask you guys a question again on that non-red card for Szoboszlai? Is there any person.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. He should be off. He should be off.
I mean, does that any make sense to anyone? He wasn't even given a yellow card, by the way. Make that make sense.
Apparently, the rules have changed, though, Chris. The rules have changed, apparently.
No, every referee said that's a red card. Like, there's no rules changed.
Because he's not even made an attempt to get.
Well, rules have changed that you're allowed to pull back someone in the penalty box with a tap in, and it's not a foul. I didn't know that was a new rule change.
You know, the rule is if you're making isn't the rule like if you've made like a genuine attempt to get the ball,
and then the double jeopardy comes in.
Then it's a yellow card.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't make an attempt to get the ball. He was literally pulling, man, and that's a clear opportunity at goal. He should have been sent off. I'll be real. He should have been off.
But yeah, overall, we didn't deserve to win. And look, at the end of the day, we have to capitalize on our next 4 or 5 fixtures, which are on paper reasonably easier, man. So let's see. We've had a hard. Apparently, you know these things. There's stats out there, nerds out there, tacticos out there that work out difficulty fucking league indexes, and apparently we've had one of the hardest starts out of the top 6. So taking that into consideration, I'm okay.
But what's just before we move on? What's the plan for the 6 then? Is it Gravenberch is getting slowly integrated? Is it Endo? Endo's not playing. I don't get. You scouted.
I think he believes in McAllister until we sign someone in January. There's a couple of targets that we still want, and we obviously weren't able to get. I think that's the only. I don't think Gravenberch is being trained or utilized as a number 6. Have you guys seen Gravenberch? He was loved when he came on. He actually made a positive impact, like box to box. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he's being sort of groomed for that role. It looks like he believes in McAllister, and we know these top coaches are very stubborn when they think of a plan and they go for it, man. They don't care what the majority of the fan base or a lot of the fan base think. I agree. McAllister on his own is not, especially away from home, is not ideal.
Surely, right. The board have to take responsibility because the whole thing was Liverpool. They missed out on Lavia and Caicedo. They're going to get a DM. You brought in a DM. You're not using the DM. He's obviously not good enough. Now, next thing will be the defense because the centre backs are getting older and injury prone. Like everybody was like, "Oh, we scouted. Sometimes Liverpool do good business." If Endo don't play, this is not good business. It's a waste of everybody's time because you needed a 6. He's the only 6 you brought in.
So a couple of things. I think
Klopp is once again saving them with the results because this is a bigger issue than it's been made out.
I disagree this time. I'm ready to go in on FSG normally. I disagree this time because this is Klopp's call. This is Klopp's call. He's bought 4 midfielders. It's up to him how he functions and revitalizes that midfield. And so far, he's done a grand job of it. So I disagree with that aspect. With the centre back aspect, I don't know if you guys have been watching, and I don't want to speak too much on him because he's still very young. But I don't know if you guys have seen Gerald Kwanzaa play football right now. But he's massive, he's huge, and he's good so far. He's playing in all the Europa and Cup games, Europa League games, and he's done very well. And at the moment, please consider why I say, listen, at the moment, he looks like he saved us 25, 30, 40 million. He looks like a very good centre-back that's going to get better and better. I think he's 19 a game or something like that. I get ages wrong, so he might be 26. But I think he's about 18, 19 years old. But yeah, in terms of DM, it's Klopp's call, bro. I don't think this is an FSG one, this one. This is Klopp's call.
Okay, fair.
Talk on Salah. People are saying I don't need to talk on Salah, man. Like I tweeted the tweets. I tweeted the stats. It's ridiculous. He's just overtaken Van Persie now in the all-time Premier League charts. Mad.
I'll just be repeating myself.
You're on mute, Hughie. Turkish.
Do you still expect to be the closest challengers to City?
For sure. Yeah, alongside Arsenal, like I said, for sure.
Okay, but alongside Arsenal, but
yeah, we're gonna finish above you. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's what we wanted to hear.
You wanted to hear that? No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
It's a bit on defensive.
No. I'm here.
Yeah.
Stas says if we can't win without Curtis Jones, Liverpool is strong but brittle. McAllister is simply not athletic enough. Probably for the 6 years, right, Grizz? I guess that's.
I agree. 100%. He's got many attributes, but athleticism is not his greatest attribute, but he's a wonderful player. I'm not about to give up on him or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not his fault that he's being
utilized there. Yeah. Look, as we saw Fabinho struggle there last season, it's all about the system as opposed to the player. our system is like that we play very open in midfield. We want our 2-8s to be progressive. So yeah, it's more the system and Klopp as opposed to the player.
It's a lot more open than Brighton last season in possession.
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of Liverpool super chats, I think that is it. But we have got one here from Ali saying, "Bro, I was teasing Turkish about kebabs and HUGH about that. But okay, my bad. If it's offensive, it was meant as banter. I apologize, HUGH, if you're offended." I wanted to get that one in.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Just yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, there's a line. There's a line, Ali, and I know you're a big supporter of the channel and the show. But yeah, there's a line, and it's hard to really know when that line is crossed, especially when it's a super chat. You know, we don't necessarily know who you are personally. Listen, I love kebabs, so you know me well enough. You've been on my channel for quite a little while. But in terms of going too far with certain comments, yeah, let's rein it in. And he also adds Saliba's a beast, but can we put some respect on the monster who plays next to him? Obviously talking about Gabriel there. SAEED leading the quote, "What's the point of this signing convo?" is crazy to me. I like TOBS having more and more Spurs merch every week.
This is old, but thanks.
He's turning into a Tottenham tie. Do you know what I'm saying? Before he was wearing Inter Milan and AC Milan kits, and now he's wearing all the Tottenham stuff. It's nice.
Good one. It's
not good, it's fact. Yeah.
We got Philippe as well, man. Philippe, hope you're good, man. It's been a little while. Hope you and the family are all well. Obviously, big Newcastle fan. He says, "I'd love a 3-horse title race, but Liverpool's defense just doesn't look as resilient as City or Arsenal's. But to be fair, Liverpool had the toughest run." And he adds that Salah is elite. Yeah, he's definitely elite. We know this, though. In terms of Liverpool, that's it. So should we keep it moving straight into the next one?
Yeah.
Sure.
What is the next one? I mean, there's 2 late wins. Well, not 2 late wins. There's a late win for United, 2 goals from McTominay, or Chelsea scoring 4 goals. United. I think McTominay, a couple goals.
Yeah.
Did it gloss over problems, SAEED?
Listen, man, there's no crisis anymore, is there? You know, it's crisis over now.
I mean, let me see the headlines on your channel. Give me 1 sec.
Crisis is over, man. Crisis is over.
Crisis is over. Did you watch the same game?
Over. It's all good now. I don't know what you lot were complaining about. You know what I mean? We got another win there. You know
we weren't complaining. You was complaining.
The latest title from SAEED is
Matisse. Matisse. These ones.
Still under pressure! Exclamation mark.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Nah, listen, man. I can't lie, man. I enjoyed it on Saturday, but that's about it, man. That's about it. I think for me, we were poor, man. Brentford, they thoroughly deserved to win that game. Didn't really create much, to be honest with you. And if we did, it was very, very too little, too late. But McTominay came with the goods. You know what I'm saying? He came with the goods. We made the substitutions right. Rashford came off early. Garnacho injected a bit more energy and liveliness. And I thought, you know what? Casemiro got hooked off justifiably as well. He was poor in the first half. Eriksen gave us a bit more kind of creativity in there. And yeah, man, listen, we got lucky. That's all I'm going to say to you guys. I don't think we deserved it. I'm not going to come here and be shameless too much. You know what I mean? Because I can't lie, man. It was not good to watch, man. And we were down, 91st minute, I think it was. And the other one was like right before. And you know what, to be honest with you, Brentford are their own worst enemy. They wasted time. They can hold that. I can't lie to you. They celebrated. You see that guy celebrating the defender? They can hold that. Yeah. The amount of wasting time they did here was shocking. And their keeper can hold that. Man should have saved that, though, the one at the end. I don't know what he was doing. But I ain't complaining. Awful keeping. But I can't lie, man. This is, that comment there. I don't have to fly out to holiday. I can relax now. International break. I'm watching Lupin right now. Power's still on. You know what I mean?
Wait, the new season out for Lupin?
Yeah,
bro, man. I'm the last episode
really?
Right now.
Let's go.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know the new season was out.
Oh, man.
Yo, man, it's out, man. Lupin. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
you two need to train your pro. Forget fucking Lupin on Netflix, bruv.
Bro, listen.
We're putting up with that left wing in the pro clubs again.
Listen, we don't need to train, man. We don't need to train.
We don't need to train.
when you know what it is it when you're active in the game and you're doing stuff, yeah, then I don't know, people like you guys that need to do what you need to do. But for me, I'm
he's the Rashford of the team.
I'm getting my GA. I'm leaving something.
It's Rashford and Haaland literally right next to each other on this panel. One complained about a lack of creativity. The other one said, I don't need to train.
Why are you doing all the talking, man?
Listen, me, Turkish and GRIZZ in the next game. Nice build-up play. Listen, switches.
Bro, you're doing one switch of play and that's build-up play
coming. Yeah, man.
Man's playing like Gallagher, you know. Man does what Gallagher does and then he complains. But listen, I think for me, questions marks about Onana again. I don't know what this guy is on, bro. That was shocking, bro. Like, you know what? His fingers, man. I'm telling you, man. Butterfingers. I'll be real with you.
His fingers, man.
Like, you know what? I'll be real with you, man. I was literally watching. I was like, yeah, he should save that. You know when you can see the ball, it wasn't even strike cleanly. Like my man, was it Jensen? Was it? My man didn't even strike it cleanly. And then you kind of said, yeah, Onana's got that. And bro, this brother did not even. I was like, how? I get it. Casemiro should have done better. Lindelof was shocking in the penalty box. But bro, you have to be saving that. I'm looking at it right now and I'm thinking, yes, he's not the greatest shot stopper, but bro, he's actually starting to feel the pressure now of a Man United keeper. And it's sink or swim right now. He has to get back to the Onana we know. Because I do believe there's a good keeper in there. But in the Premier League, it's unfair. It's not the Italian league where you might get a little, you know what I mean, Serie A, BT, watch along. This is every week, bro. 3 p.m. kickoff. People are hearing about it. It's on Twitter. It's on everywhere. It goes viral. Like, I'm being serious with that. It's not something that you can just like, you know, you lose to, you know what I mean, a team in Serie A, it's okay. Nah, it's Brentford at home. And if you make a mistake, it's going viral. So,
let's not disrespect Inter Milan. Big club is confident. Big club.
I'm just saying, though, it's not.
I get your point.
We spoke about Onana last show, man. He's not gonna get to flourish, Onana. You're not gonna see the best of Onana until you get a decent competent ball playing defense.
100%.
He's not going to get to the top of the game until Ten Hag builds a defense.
The mistakes are crazy, man. They're not playing off on the back.
He's shocking right now. I can't lie. Like, he can't save anything.
Yeah, man.
What the hell?
Bravo at City. Pet's first season.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah,
he's got Pepperis.
Hologram.
It's better than Bravo, though. Let's be honest. Like, Bravo was decent, but you know,
Onana's that's the season so far that he's having. He's a hologram right now.
He's having a Bravo season.
No.
Wait. He's stinking right now.
And when you look at a lot of the mistakes he's made, you can attribute a couple to maybe a lack of a ball playing defender, but a few of them is like how he squares
save the shot. Yeah. Save a shot, bro. Save a shot.
I fully get it. He's had a lot of howlers. I just think he's not comfortable. His overall game is suffering because he can't do what he's best at. He can't play it from the back. He can't pick passes because he's working with bozos. So his overall game's fucked. He doesn't feel comfortable in the shirt. He doesn't feel comfortable between the sticks. He doesn't trust the defense. He's been stinking, but you know what I mean? Maybe not all of us now.
That's why I will give him time.
I say keep him in. That's why I will give him the derby. Give him the Manchester derby. That's a good opportunity for him.
The actual goal itself.
Oh, say some more, Hughie.
Relax. I'm buzzing with United's win, man, because it means Ten Hag holds on to his job and Saeed's not off.
Listen, McTominay.
Who won the last match? Who won the last match?
First goal.
When's the last time
they did FA Cup final?
No. At Old Trafford.
Saeed. I want you to give McTominay some credit for that.
No, at Old Trafford.
GRIZZ is working his magic.
We beat you on our way to the treble, man.
No. GRIZZ is working his magic.
I don't know about that.
He said, we're going to have fun. And McTominay, he said, listen, I rate him.
Speak on McTominay. Listen me. Carry on. Listen me. When I speak on McTominay. Speak.
McTominay, yeah?
No, Tobes, let him speak.
You know what's mad about this year? He's actually flipped up so many times on McTominay. You know what? Yeah, he's a rubbish. Oh, no. McTominay, like you flip-flop so many times on McTominay. It's crazy. Yeah, you have, man. Yeah, you have. When he's been playing badly, and I've told you he ain't the guy, he said, okay, no problem. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
I say, okay, no problem. You don't rate him, no problem. But look, he's the savior. He's done more, brother. Is it fair to say he's done more than Pogba in his last 4 or 5 appearances?
You're
sensitive now. You know you can't say that name.
You're a disgrace, man. You're a disgrace. Sorry. That's crazy.
World Cup winner. What
did I say? What did I say? Come back. Don't go. No, you're not a football man. You're not a football man. Don't go anywhere. Listen, what did I say? Why are you mentioning what? Why are you mentioning World Cups? Listen, I didn't even finish my point.
Even at Manchester United, even at Man United.
I'm just saying, let's not do this. This is what he wants. Let's not give him the satisfaction. I'm not give him the satisfaction. SAEED, don't give him the satisfaction.
Anyway, speak on McTominay.
He came in, he gave us the win. Like, it's nasty, but you know what? It don't surprise me when he called. He emulated Steven Gerrard. What did he say about Steven Gerrard? Like Sabozlai. Come on, man. I can't take that seriously, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man. But listen, I'll give McTominay his credit. He did well. He got the 2 goals. You know what I mean? He is that. What you got to realize, though, he was a striker in the academy. He was an actual striker. So he wasn't a midfielder. He wasn't a DM. He wasn't a 6. He wasn't any of that. He was actually a striker. So Man United have basically misprofiled him. But like I said to you, when you need someone to get in the box and get the end of things, he was the guy to do that. And I give him full credit. And like I said to you, he came here on Saturday.
And just one last thing.
There's no over-analysis on Scott McTominay. I'm not hearing.
Okay,
Scott
no problem.
You should use him as your Fellaini.
Can I just ask one thing? Can I say
good shout?
One last thing, and then we can move on. Whatever. I'm just saying. Look at what you said about McTominay. He's misprofiled. Can I just name some of the other players? In fact, I'm not going to name some of the players. Some of the other players that these guys have defended to the hill about are not the right position, not misprofiled. The team rates are not right. The positioning is not right. The formation is not right. The coach. Hold on, let me finish. The coach is not right. But for McTominay, it's like, oh no, you know, I don't know, man.
You know it's like Origi. Okay, the Origi, is he going to be your first striker because he scored important goals or whatever? You're not going to put Origi in the base of everything.
I never said that.
You're not going to put Origi in the base of it. No, but the idea.
I'm just saying. Defend.
Let me finish. The idea that we now.
Where you going to Origi from McTominay to Origi?
We can't, but we can't say because he scored important goals and because he's done this and because maybe we misprofiled him, he won't do well in that 10 consistently over 38 games a season.
I never said anything about that. I'm just saying the defenses.
Wait your breath on this. Honestly, everyone knows McTominay stinks, bro.
I'm just saying the defenses. I'm just saying the defenses used for all the other players are positional. The team mates around him, but for McTominay now, get him out of the club. Yeah, he's done so well for United every time.
On his channel, SAEED asked a good question. Look, McTominay has got 2 goals. When is Enzo going to come outside?
Oh, we switch it.
Hold on. Hold on a fucking second. Who said that?
Segue.
Who said that?
No way.
You are a disgrace.
That is actually
You
nasty.
are a disgraceful man.
McTominay plays NFL, bro.
Oh my days. Have shame.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I think it's a good time to turn to Chelsea, though. It's a good time to turn to
Chelsea. I can't lie, yeah. You know, Turkish, yeah. I think he's got the best one-liners, you know. I can't lie, man. I thought I was good, you know. But Turkish this season, he's got a couple of one-liners, you know.
That might be one of the worst comments.
He's on top. Turkish is on top of the league.
Worst comments in the history of the Big Six. I can't lie. That there has made me.
Nah, man.
Bro, I'm shivering.
I think that was
Fernandez.
But SAEED, I'll do you one better. Havertz has got an assist now. When's Enzo going to come outside?
Yo, you have to.
Did you really tweet that McTominay Enzo?
These people.
Nah, I made it up still.
These people lost their damn mind, man. These people lost their damn mind.
It's kind of shit he would tweet as well.
Can you just tell us about the Chelsea? Because
yeah.
You got super chats, right? Go on, Turkish.
Yeah. Got a couple super chats in.
I'm fuming.
HW says, I said on here a few weeks ago, Amrabat is here to take Casemiro's spot and not play with him. A man got dragged at half time and Ten Hag said he wanted more football. Crazy.
It's looking spooky for Casemiro. It's looking real spooky.
Nah, I don't think it is, man. Casemiro will be back.
Definitely is, bro. Are we watching the same guy in 2023?
No, I think he's off form, but class is permanent for me. I think he'll be back, man. People are sleeping on Casemiro. I think he'll be back.
It's not, though, is it?
It's not just form, though, is it?
I refuse.
I think
it's out of form.
You've got front row seat to this. At this point, we need to talk about the D word, right? You know what I mean by the D word?
D.
The D word.
No, that's not.
E-C-L-I-N-E. Decline. Yeah. Decline. That's what we need to talk about. The D word. Right?
Don't say the D word.
He joined that long, prestigious list of Man United players, veterans, to come to get their final bag.
Because bro, he's
everyone get out of here. Everyone get out of here, man.
I stand with
Get out of here, man.
I stand with
You're looking scary, bro. I can't lie. And that's coming from I'm a big
No,
fan,
stop that.
bro.
The D word. Get out of here, man.
Bro, the Casemiro I've seen in 2023, it's looking spooky, bro. Like, you know, like Fabinho of like 2 years ago when he started looking smelly. Bro, it's looking spooky for Casemiro. I'm not going to lie.
I refuse that, man. We're just not functioning as a team, and I blame it on the team for me. So I believe once we start functioning, I believe Casemiro will be back.
Cam's is wild.
He's a waste man.
That comment come up.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's a waste man. He's a waste man. He's a waste man for that comment. Nonsense.
Wow, man. Like, you know what the worst thing? You didn't need to say that. You could have just said decline. Like, what's
bro? I don't care what you and all these other weirdos think. If that's what
you're really kidding out in Tottenham, isn't it?
If that's what pops into your head, then that says more about you than it says more about me. I'm here to talk football.
No.
Are you wearing Tottenham tracksuit bottoms as well?
Shut up, man. Honestly,
no, I agree. No, overall, look, Toby, I'm on your side about pause. I'm on your side about pause culture, and if that pops up in your mind. But can someone explain to me where that D means decline in football terms?
Bro,
expected D. He's saying expected D.
What?
Listen,
listen.
No.
I say
You were saying
how's our football culture, chat?
Let's get it back on football. The Casemiro I'm seeing now is not the Casemiro that I saw in his first few months of Man United. And
you know what?
At first I thought, okay, maybe he's being overworked. And I still think tactically, I feel like Ten Hag is not utilizing Casemiro in the most optimal way because of the midfield combination. I completely hear that. But I think in his own individual actions, like look at the goal that Man United conceded, bro. Casemiro's got the ball in his own half.
No, I agree. And he should have been subbed off. Yeah, but
I agree. It's not just about being subbed off. You had all I think 3 characteristics of the recurring patterns we're seeing from Casemiro. 1, his inconsistent passing, which led to a turnover. 2, his inability to stay on his feet. He slides in straight away, trying to recover. He doesn't get the ball. And 3, his lack of athleticism at this stage of his career to track runners, bro. Like you're seeing all 3 things that are bothering Casemiro when it comes to playing Man United, bang, in the space of 1 goal. So what I'm seeing is a player that is looking like he's past his best. Like, come on.
Especially
no doubt about that.
Discipline last season as well, all the red cards. So
there's no doubt about that, is there? I say, are you fighting that?
No, I'm fighting that he's declining. I think you're wrong.
Let me ask you this question.
Is he on bad form?
Is he not
bad form? Yes.
Is he not falling in the defensive midfielder leaderboard? Right. There's Rodri. There's Partey. There's probably Rice. The way you were talking about Rice earlier on in the show, it's definitely Rice. Soon Caicedo next, brother. If not already, I'm taking.
You know what it is though? I think fans are just fickle.
He's falling. He's falling, brother.
But the thing is though,
it's okay to fall. It's okay to fall.
No, but hold on a minute, yeah, because you know what? No, but I just feel like with fans here, we're all fickle. One minute Rice comes in.
SAEED, I know you didn't. I know you didn't just say that. I know you didn't just say that to nobody.
I just feel like for me, yeah. What is wrong with people?
You're not talking to nobody.
Everyone forgets. Rice comes in here. Everyone just says, you know what? It's done. You know what I mean? We're too reactionary, man. Everyone just calm down. I don't get it, man.
And you're talking about
I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. People just need to relax. I think for me, Man United right now, structurally and everything as a team, we are so bad. So right now we're nitpicking at certain players. I get it. If Casemiro is that scapegoat for now, let him go out of the team and let's see if this midfield plays any better. And if they do that for a couple of games, I can say, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why United are not functioning well. But if not, mate, I'm sorry. United are so poor at the minute. I can't be that one player.
You're not going to let this slip. I'm not going to let this slip. Is this logic not applied to Rashford? So Casemiro is playing poorly. We can't take him out the team because let's see what the midfield looks like.
Did I say that?
But then when Rashford's coming in, Rashford's got to come out though. Rashford and Casemiro both had great seasons last year. They both had great seasons. You're very quick to take out Rashi, but Casemiro.
No, but the thing is, you haven't heard what I said. I said Casemiro right now. I said Casemiro right now is playing poorly, and now he needs to be dropped. I have admitted that. But what I'm trying to say, this idea or this notion that a player declined, I think that's wrong. He's out of form, and it's okay sometimes.
No, he's declining, bro.
That's all it is.
No, he's declining.
I think that's too far-fetched. I think it's too far-fetched. There's no because 5 months ago, 5 months ago, you were all calling world class, and you were all calling the next big thing. 5 months ago, so
that's right. Gary Neville. It happens.
It happens.
It happens. Look at Fabinho. Look what happened to Fabinho, bro. Look what happened to Gary Neville.
You're saying 5 months?
Ivanovic versus Swansea. Yeah, bro, it happens. Yes.
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 As
you hit your 30s, bro.
Finish October.
Casemiro's done 5 months.
It's the 9th of October. Casemiro has been playing poorly for the entirety of 2023. This is 10 months.
And also, Rashford. When you look at Rashford, yes, do not compare Rashford to Casemiro. Casemiro is world class. Rashford is a player. Let me explain. Rashford hates Rashford throughout his whole career. Rashford has been inconsistent for the last how many years? We can't do that.
What was your reaction when you saw this trend with Fabinho, who's younger than Casemiro? What was your reaction? When you saw his performances get worse,
they were like for the past, I would say, 18 months to 2 years. I would say.
Okay, and Casemiro is what?
Steady decline.
31, 32 years old and has been playing poorly.
No
matter the combination in your midfield for 10 months, bro. So what are you saying here?
10 months.
Yes.
10 months.
I just said he's been poor the entire time.
We're in the 10th month.
You're crazy.
To be fair, over the summer, he wasn't bad over the summer because the football wasn't being played, but he was suspended for a lot of these games as well.
I look at it with Rashford. The reason why I'm very the comparisons are crazy. Rashford has always been consistent. He has been always inconsistent throughout his whole career. He has one good season, one bad season. One good season, one bad. For me, that shouldn't be compared to with Casemiro. Yes, Casemiro's out of form, but to say he's declining, for me, I think it's too far-fetched. I think it's too reactionary, and there's not enough bigger sample size. That's my opinion. And then also, it's not in Casemiro.
You're saying the whole team is out of form, and that's to the detriment of Casemiro. But the expectation on Casemiro is that he's going to be a level raiser. But prime Casemiro will be a level raiser. He wouldn't allow the team to.
That's what they said, though, Hughie. They said I
don't believe one player.
He's the game changer. They said
we were told it's a game changer. When he came in, we were told he's the game changer. He ain't changing no games, man. He's on par with the rest of the
He is changing the game.
Man United is so bad. But Man United is so bad yet. And he was our best player last season when you deep it. Man United is so bad. I want Man United as a team right now to be functioning well. One player going in there and say Casemiro isn't functioning. We need everyone to function. I think Man United right now are playing so badly. It isn't down to one player. When you look at the lead up to the goal, look at Lindelof in the box. Look at how defending was. I get Casemiro off the ball. But I'm saying,
can I ask you a question?
I don't get why. Sorry. I don't get why you think criticism of Casemiro implies that the entire blame lies with Casemiro. We've said repeatedly that Man United are not being set up to succeed by Ten Hag. We've said repeatedly that Mason Mount was not the right signing.
And that should be the bigger talking point. That should be the bigger talking point.
But we've spoken about those talking points, and Casemiro is also a talking point. The same way Rashford is a talking point. The same way Mount is a talking point. The same way Lisandro at the start of the season talking point. The same way Mount is a talking point. Casemiro is a talking point because he got subbed off at half time after another poor performance, after another mistake.
Saeed don't want to talk about it. He only wants to talk about certain players.
Why can't we talk about
No, it's not about talking about certain players. I've actually said what it is.
The brother wants to speak on a 16 million signing from Germany, a Japanese international Hendo, right? When he's got a Brazilian captain, right? Look at the differences in sort of an agenda, narrative. No, but how you look at the slander? How you look at the slander? A guy who stepped into the country 2 months ago.
No, I didn't slander him though.
Okay, can I ask you?
What are you hearing? I didn't slander.
Can I ask you a question?
You know when the snake starts coiling up around your neck, bro? It's finished, bro.
Can I ask you a question before we move on? Because Man United don't deserve this much airtime. Really, seriously, like, come on, Turkish man. Yeah, well, shut up with them old sayings, man. Busby babes, Shane sayings, man, from Busby times. But anyway, listen. You slaughtered our midfield, yeah? Would you take our midfield over yours right now, or yes or no?
Balance-wise,
of course he would.
Sorry?
Don't know, man. Amrabat, Casemiro.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, time to move on. Okay, time to move on. Time to move on. You know what? Enjoy 10th. Enjoy 10th. We move on. Yeah.
Well, let's see where you're going to finish in it. Well, let's see where you finish in it.
You're not 10th. Not 10th.
Right now.
Not 10th.
Where are you going to finish?
What, you just lost 2. You've just lost 2 out of 2 in the Champions League. What was the point of you? What was the point of you?
Champions League Varane and Champions League Casemiro. Yo, Grizz, Champions League needs us, you know, not we need them, bro.
Look at this
disgrace in the competition, bro.
What you're doing here, bruv, Wahali embarrassment, bruv, Wahali. Every kebab shop I go to, every kebab
conversation. What are you trying to? What conversation are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Matisse,
we take time out, bro. We take time out.
Turkish.
The 2 most recent English clubs win it, yeah.
Every kebab shop. Every Turkish kebab shop I go to, they go, brother, tell brother Saeed, Galatasaray. How you lose to Galatasaray? These are Fenerbahce, Besiktas fans. What's it called? Yeah, Istanbul, Besiktas. Yeah, these are these teams fans saying, "Yo, how did Man United lose to Galatasaray, man, in the Champions League? Galatasaray is a wash club now. I mean, compared to the overall Champions League fixture teams in there. So you guys have embarrassed yourself. Don't talk about like why are we in the Champions League? Are we in the Champions League? When we're in the Champions League, we reach quarterfinals minimum. That's how we roll, bro. We're heritage.
Even our worst season, quarterfinals, worst season.
Yeah,
went out to Real Madrid last.
Bro, you're talking to the kings of Europe when it comes to us, man. How dare you say, "Are you in Europe? Are you going to win it? Are you Champions League?" Bro,
I said that you're gonna win the Premier League. That's what I said to you because you've only got 1 in 30.
You've asked me that. You've asked me that every week. You ask me, "Am I going to win the Premier League?" And I give you the same answer. I don't know, but we're going to finish above you, at least 4, 5 places above you.
It's not a trophy, though. It's not a trophy. Like what's
no, this? But you're cussing my team. But you're trashing my team. Like you're saying to me. And now I asked you a simple.
You're saying,
is your midfield better than mine?
Right now, you're saying Man United is nothing. It's not a trophy, then, is it?
No, it's not a trophy. I know.
Go win that league.
That's why I said move on from United chat. That's why I said you don't deserve this time.
See, I can't. You don't want to take no responsibility.
No, I don't want to chat about Man United. You're right. I agree with you.
Little old Man United, isn't it? Little old Man. Are you going to win that league? Yes or no?
How are you little old Man United? How are you little old Man United?
Just beat Copenhagen.
That's according to you.
Beat Copenhagen, bro. Because
some teams need that 5th spot in the Champions League.
We need that 5th spot, man. Beat Copenhagen, man. We need them points.
Don't worry, man.
Don't worry. Bro, the way they celebrate from 12th to 10th was a mazza. Bro, you see some of their fans were like,
yo. Listen, man, allow the celebration police, man. Let us do what we got to do. You're in the stadium. One of them.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Let me get in the super chats and we'll move on to Chelsea because we've got about 5, 6 on United here. Giovanni says, Saeed, all they're asking is for consistency for when you criticize.
He loves criticizing players. Yeah, he loves it.
Crazy.
Listen, I'm very, very fair, man. I'm a football
You're
man.
not.
I'm very, very fair.
We're the furthest thing from fair.
Football focus as well. I'm everywhere, man. I don't. You think I'm being balanced this season? I'm quite famous. This season I've been very, very balanced. I've given Arsenal their criticism and I've given their praise. You know, so
why is Arsenal on you? Like, why I don't get it? Why did they come out?
I'm just saying, though, because a lot of people think I've got an agenda with Arsenal. I want Arsenal to win the league. So
what
is what it is?
No, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, over who? Yeah, over Liverpool.
Well, he doesn't want us to do the 4P because they've never done it.
There you go, then. Go and get it, then, innit?
HW says United have conceded cutback after cutback edge of the box, but won't blame the guy who should be stopping these in that area. Saeed is in denial. And Steven says Saeed's waffling again to avoid the banter. Brentford didn't deserve to win that game. A draw was probably fair. Big up to Pinnock, moving like prime Nesta.
Oh, we're doing too much now.
Barry says panel is full of McTominay praise. Y'all can have him for 35 million, no problem. Does everyone know their 4th and 5th choice centre-backs? Injuries suck. Big up Saeed. And again, just waffling. Big up the show. Back again to ask Saeed if he still thinks Ten Hag should bench Rashford. Still can't believe Casemiro was voted our player of the month. Shake my head. I think he still does want Rashford benched. Gareth says, Saeed, did that guy in your chat eventually pay an Arsenal fan 150 quid like he promised?
No, I'm going to message him. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Well, what was that about?
Basically, he said if Arsenal win the game, he's going to send an Arsenal fan 150 quid. So I need to find out if he's giving it. I'll message him tonight. No, he will. I'll message him. Today after the show.
Oh, you know him outside of YouTube?
Yeah. I know him. He's Nedu in it. Nedu. So I'll message him.
Say no more. Say no more. Let's keep it moving. That's the United one's done. We've still got 9,000 in the building. We're close to 3,000 likes. So if you haven't, people, scroll down, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed while you're at it. All of our channels are in the description below as well. We all have individual channels. Me, Hugh, SAEED, GRIZZ, TOBS, MATISSE, and THUGGERY. Show some love to the individual channels. They're all there. Subscribe. And obviously, big up Manscaped too. They're the sponsor. For 20% off, use the code TB620. I always tell you there's a lot of things on the website to go through. Go for anything. The 20% code stands for everything on the site, or you can click the link below and that'll automatically apply. But please make sure during the checkout process that the code says TB620 so they know you're coming through us. Let's move. Chelsea 4-1. Matisse.
Yeah.
What's that? 3 wins in a row?
I believe so. Yeah, back-to-back Prem wins and one in the cup. But yeah, man, listen, Enzo didn't score. But you know, it's okay. We still won. It's not a disaster. It's a game of two halves, to be honest. Because first half, I'm not gonna lie, we were cussing a little bit because 1-0 down. You know what I mean? We see Man United 1-0 down as well with us. We're thinking Mud Brothers and all sorts of things. And then, you know, Burnley was starting to bop it, and I was like, listen, we need to get this ball back off them and start pressing and start getting ourselves together. Right now, we're, you know, similar to United, fullbacks are not available. So Cucurella is doing a job at right back. He's not going to overlap. So we're a little bit narrow over there. Same on the left with Colwell. So it was a little bit lack of support for the wingers, I'll say. But Sterling second half and even in the first half for the own goal, this guy, he stepped up, man. That's Luton and Burnley now. He's dropping masterclasses. So Turkish, he needs to get a section.
What say those teams again?
I said them.
Say them again.
Burnley and Luton, bro. Let's give Sterling his flowers, bro. Listen, masterclass, bro. Masterclass. He was involved in every single goal, man. This guy was on it. I'm not gonna lie, he was on it. You know what I mean? Won a penalty, got basically an assist for the goal. Like I said, pre-assist, everything. You know what I mean? This guy was on it. But Palmer, again, influential. Do you know what I mean? Ever since he's come into this team, we're enjoying football again. Another assist for him, took his penalty. Pointing to the badge, do you know what I mean? Offering creativity, getting on the ball, getting touches, and it's beautiful, man. When I'm seeing Caicedo and Enzo bopping it in the deeper positions, I got Palmer dropping in as well. It's a thing of beauty. Finally, we got players with vision that can pass the football, so chances are getting created. So I look forward to the fixtures ahead, even though they're tough. We've got players that I have a lot of hope for and a lot of promise for. They're going to learn some maybe harsh lessons along the way in this run. There's going to be some humblers, but I also think there'll be some surprises that people are not anticipating as well. So, yeah, man, Jackson, you know what I mean? Action Jackson got a goal, lovely feet as well for the goal. Good close control. Again, another one that people need to take a bit more time with because for the money that he cost, you know, he's not getting the same patience that a lot of other big hitters with big transfer fees got in their first seasons up front. So again, another one that I'm looking forward to seeing the progression. And yeah, man, I can't complain. Listen, it's Burnley. Do you know what I mean? I can't overgas it. Company, I don't know, man. He might be in a bit of trouble because the way he wants to play with the players he's got, I don't know if it's going to work in this league. But that would be a problem for them to deal with at said time. Maybe Sean Dyche will have to come back. But yeah, man, we did a job. We did a very good job, I must say. Very happy. What do you come believe?
Has it raised your confidence for the Arsenal game?
No, I'm not an idiot. we're still 11th and you guys are still, do you know what I mean? Do you know what? The fact that you guys are not playing well or as good as you were last year doesn't really make me more confident because I know what you guys are doing. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm seeing through it. You guys are you're taking your time now. You're separating your energy out throughout the season. And my thing is with Arsenal is we need to get something from the game. I will never tolerate a loss at home to Arsenal. I can't lie. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like this is a London derby. It's a rivalry. There's Mudryk. There's Rice versus Caicedo. There's Havertz. Like there's too many subplots for me to be like, oh, it's Arsenal, so you know we'll just try and compete and whatever happens. We need to get a result. Like that's just that. I know we got a big game at home. We played Liverpool at home. We got a result. I think we should have won that game in the second half. And I expect the same against Arsenal. I expect us to give you a proper game, and we got to take something from it. I'd love to beat you. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna disrespect and be like, yeah, we're definitely gonna beat you because. First of all, I need my players to get through the international break. You know what I mean? Not picking up no injuries. And then second of all, you guys also, Saka, Martinelli will be back as well. It's going to be, I think it'll be a great game. I really do. It's going to be a very good game.
Do you think Poch's overcome his biggest hump so far? I mean, well, the biggest hump that he faces in terms of getting this squad winning games again? Or do you think that's still up for question? It's only 3 games.
listen, I'm a big backer of Poch, but he has to show it in the big games too against these teams coming up. Like that is another hurdle. We've had a good fixture list in terms of the teams we've had to play, and we're still not where we need to be in the league. So we need to catch up. You know, at bare minimum, like I said, Champions League qualification is what I want. I'm sticking by that. I'm not changing that expectation throughout the season. That's the bare minimum really for what we've put together and assembled. And like I said, when you see Palmer and then the Nkukus have to come back and whatnot, I expect this team to get stronger as the season goes on. So for me, he's got to prove in those big games that tactically he's going to get it spot on. He's going to make the correct decisions. He's going to be proactive off, you know, with the subs. So there's definitely bigger tests to come, 100%. I mean, but I'm not worried. I'm not scared of the fixtures because, you know, I know that a lot of these teams, they won't respect us. Maybe they're going to come at us and that will leave space in behind. And then we need to be in our decision making. We need to be assertive. So listen, we're definitely going to get space. That's for sure. I know no one's parking the bus in the next few games against us. And that's what we've always struggled with. So I'm looking forward to the games. As long as we can keep that defense airtight, I think we're joint second best defense in the league. If we can keep that defense stable, then we just need to be hitting teams on the break and doing some damage.
Yeah, well, you're joint second best. Oh yeah, conceded 7.
Yeah, the defense is holding up, and there's still loads of injuries back there. There's been no James, there's been no Gusto, there's been no Badia Shield, there's been loads of players out, no Chilwell. So half of our defense is out, and the defense is still doing its job. It's always been the attack this season. That's not taking its chances. We should have a lot more points than we have with the chances we've created, but it is what it is. I think on open play XG, they were saying online for all those Phil Tilts and statisticians out there. Do you know what I mean? We've created more than Man City in open play this season, but we haven't taken our chances. City usually do. So for us, we just need to refine that, and then we go from there. But yeah, first half was poor, man. But I'm not worried about the first half because I understand that Cucurella is playing right back. That hampers us massively going forward and in possession. So we're kind of just putting pieces in. Square pegs in round holes at the moment. When James and Gusto are back, that's a different team on that side.
We've received intel that you have uttered the words "can't wait to play Arsenal."
Yeah, for sure. Why would I not be excited? I've said it all along. As people have been cussing, I'm still excited to see my team. Like SAEED wants to do the Mud Brothers thing. I've said to Cams as well. I don't think Chelsea and Man United are in the same space right now. We might be in this. We might be similar position. But I know I'm excited to see my team. I know there's no toxicity around my team. I know that there's potential. I know there's potential with my team, and I still back my manager. Not so clear on the other side. So,
but you have done a bit of a turn though, because you was like, I hate football. Only 3 weeks ago. Like
no, that was last season. Last season, I hate football.
When's give you confidence, man? When's give you confidence?
Life's different now. They say
life's different. Yeah, life's different.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago,
bro. This is what I'm saying. Cole Palmer changed my life, bro. Changed my life.
I'm glad. One of our academy graduates.
Changed my life. I'm glad we could give you that Matthias Nunes money, man. Do you know what I mean?
Now, you know what? I think them fixtures. I think you're right, Matisse. I think Chelsea will get more wins and surprise a lot of people more in them kind of fixtures that a lot of people are giving credit to. I think they might do it. They might win more games than you actually think they're not going to win. So watch out for Chelsea, man.
SAEED makes these.
I know
it's so disingenuous. He doesn't believe it.
I saw SAEED on his channel this morning telling Saba, "You are Premier League challengers this season."
Yeah. I saw that too.
And Saba's like, "Bro, we're 8 games in. Chill out."
Yeah, I saw that.
SAEED always does this, man. He gasses up.
No, I'm here for.
I want to give people exactly hope. What they said on his show. He's building them up, and then he's gonna knock them down. That's what's.
Matisse, look how much he picked up Liverpool last few weeks. We got a draw. We got a draw away to Brighton, and he's like, I don't think you're finishing in the top 4. I think you're shit. I think Endo's a waste of signing. I think your clubs are absolute disgrace.
I've said something that is reasonable though. Chelsea, when you look at the fixtures, I don't think like a lot of people have been negative towards their fixtures. I think they can come in it with a bit of confidence now. I think that Arsenal game is key though. If they go and win the Arsenal game, they will have massive confidence and be like, you know what? Let's take these fixtures on.
100%.
So it's not all doom and gloom at Chelsea, man. We may be out the mud.
Come on, title contenders if they beat Arsenal side, isn't it?
They should be tussling though. In these games, they should be tussling, depending on which players are back. They should be for me, it was always a time thing with Pochettino. Like if they give him time, I think he's gonna do a good job at Chelsea. I just feel like yes, Chelsea should be getting these results, but we actually need to see them perform in some of these games. So you're right. It's going to be interesting. I feel like everyone's expecting Chelsea to lose all these matches. They need to be realistic. They're not going to lose all of these matches. There's going to be definitely some surprises. Even the game against us, I'm looking at that game. I'm thinking, I don't know. So let's see, man. Let's see.
But yeah, and we'll talk about that when we're back.
One game at a time. One game at a time, they said.
That's what they say. No, I like to take them 7 at a time. You know me.
21 points up for grabs. One super chat has just come in on Chelsea, so I'll get that one in before we keep it moving because we're nearly touching 2 hours. So bear that in mind, Tobes. Titty says Enzo just proves people don't actually watch games, only goals and assists. It's embarrassing. Remember it soon, though, when he is one of the best in the world.
They would have asked Xabi Alonso for GA as well, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy what's going on in this world.
Bloody hell. 11 lace boots, man.
Don't get Grizz started. All right, let's keep it moving, people. Still 8.8k in the building.
Good to say that.
Something in my eye. Did I hear Xabi Alonso?
Yeah,
shout out to Xabi Alonso, man. Top of the league. Top of the league in that, Grizz.
Both of them ballers, man, to be honest.
Nah. I'm an Enzo fan, so I ain't going to look to get discredited months and years later. Enzo will come good.
Actually, got one here from Memphis saying, daily reminder, Spurs are top of the table. I'm worried about Matisse if Spurs and Arsenal end up top 2. On that note, top of the table, Tobes. It's not often I've said that on the show. That might be the first time I fucking said it. I feel quite sick. But
look at his smile.
There was actually one. I think there was one time with Nuno when we were like top of the table, but it was just
3 games.
Yeah. It feels good. I know it's. The thing is, it feels good. I've almost got a nosebleed because it's like I'm not used to seeing seeing Spurs here, but it's good, man. It's good, man. You just got to enjoy it whilst it's here because I know you got a lot of people on social media. Oh my God! Oh, they're gonna get found out. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. Bro, just shut up, man. Like we've earned the right to be where we are at this point in time. We're playing good football. We're scoring goals. Like, just let us enjoy our thing, man. Like that's really it, right? And then on the game itself, that game should have been out of sight, like within the first 10, 11 minutes. Like we should have put like 3-4 goals past them. Richarlison, oh my goodness, bro. The first miss was absolutely insane. Like I know I've seen some photos of him getting pulled by his shirt and stuff, but the first miss, bruv, like it was harder to miss than to score, bro. And the second one, I mean, he's got to do better there. But then you had Pedro Porro's chance, Maddison half chance, Son half chance, like Kulusevski's shot, that was really good save from their goalkeeper. Like we really peppered them in the first half, and we just didn't put away our chances. And I felt Basuma on the stroke of half time really, really silly from him. I thought he was actually poor against Luton anyway, but really, really silly, and that could have cost us. And to be honest, I feel like in the second half, we're actually kind of fortunate that Luton are the side that I said, the side that I said they are on Friday, that got loads of pelters.
You called the whole area.
Yeah.
It wasn't about
if you stuck to football, it's fine. If you stuck to football, it was fine.
I said, bro, Luton is a shithole.
You sent them into the third world.
Luton's a shithole, and the team stinks, bro. That they're just not a good side, and they had
they're struggling right now.
Like three, like I would say they had like 3 good chances, 3 maybe even 4,
chance after the second half.
Oh my God! Yeah, they should have scored. So I don't know why we were still keeping the game too open. Like it was mad. We were down to 10 men, but we were playing the game like we had 11 for like a lot of the second half. But once he made those changes, we settled down and we won the game. So I'll take that, man. I'll take that. I was expecting probably a more comfortable day, but I'll take the win nevertheless. And I want to shout out a couple players. I want to shout out Van der Ven. I think he's been fantastic for Spurs since he's come to the team. I think Romero is playing back to the levels that we saw in his first season. I think he's been really, really, really good. James Maddison, what can I say about him? Like the football this guy's playing at the moment is sensational, man. He makes a difference for Spurs every single game, even when he's not at full, like 100%. He always makes his impact on a game of football for Spurs. Yeah, man. There's other players. Pedro Porro, I think he's been really good this season. I didn't think Destiny had the best of games, but I can allow him because he's been excellent for us. Like it's really, really good at this point in time. And yeah, man, we'll just take it as it comes. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Who's your next game?
Fulham at home.
So
they got winnable fixtures.
So we got Fulham at So no, Basuma will play. No, yeah, he'll miss Fulham because of the 2 yellow cards, but he'll be back for Crystal Palace. But if he gets a booking away to Crystal Palace, he'll miss the Chelsea game, which is going to be massive. Like he
got 4 yellows.
Yeah, so basically he was already on 4 yellows heading into that game against Luton. He got the 5th yellow, so that would have ruled him out for the Fulham game. But then he got sent off, right? So then basically he's got the 2 yellows, so that cancels out the 1 game.
To be fair, he deserves it, man. For that dives, yeah, he deserves it actually. For them,
yeah, I agree. It was silly. What he did was mad silly.
He didn't need to do it though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't want to. What's the saying? What's the saying? Like piss on your chips or something like that. I don't
Shit what you eat.
No, too much.
That's not the saying.
That's not the saying, Matisse.
It's on your parade.
Yeah.
Piss on your parade.
Rain on your parade.
Wait. What did Matisse say?
Pissed on your chips.
You said piss on your chips. I think shit where you eat made a lot more sense than what you said.
Shit where you eat. Yeah.
Okay. But looking at your teams that you've played so far, I read somewhere on Twitter. I don't know who to credit.
You're probably Igal. You're looking at the fact that we played 4 promoted sides.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm getting there. So I
jealous.
Okay. Arsenal have also played Bournemouth, smacked them up.
Well, why is Arsenal catching strays right now?
I'm not saying
I'm saying you're look. You've beaten Liverpool. You've gone away to Spurs, gone away to Arsenal, and not lost. So credit where credit is due. You beat 9-man Liverpool with an own goal in the 97th minute, and you went to Arsenal, and you went to Arsenal and didn't lose. And you've beaten Luton, Bournemouth. Who's the other two? Sheffield United. So look, Burnley. At the end of the day, Burnley.
I can't lie. You know you're important when GRIZZ starts treating you like this. Because when Arsenal was shit, 100%. He was like, "Oh, Arsenal, we love you," and he did the same with Toby this season. He's like, "Oh, Tottenham, I wish you all the best." And as soon as these clubs start to get to the top of the league,
I'm going to ask the same question. I'm going to say the same question I always say. Which part do you disagree with what I've just said?
No, it's just your tone changes.
I think you're being.
Am I disingenuous? I'm being disingenuous.
I think you are being disingenuous.
Damn right.
Because before a ball was kicked.
Damn right, I am.
If I go back to the first game of the season, how many man predicted Spurs to get even a point against Brentford? How many?
But if you go back, I said Spurs top 6.
No. If we go back to the predictions, how many man predicted Spurs to get a point against Brentford? How many?
I predicted Spurs to get top 4 this season.
Apart from Hugh, because he was already back in Postecoglou.
So
when
you're doing the
fixture thing, it's a bit disingenuous. I understand that Liverpool.
No, it's factual. It's not disingenuous. It's factual.
It is disingenuous because we're not.
It's not.
It is disingenuous because we're not
beaten 3 out of the bottom 4.
Bro, Man City have played Burnley away, Newcastle at home, Sheffield United away. Let me even go through other fixtures. Fulham at home, West Ham away, Forest at home. Like,
that's Man City
and Wolves away. Like Man City.
Yeah, they've had an easy start as well. Yeah.
What's your point here? Arsenal have played Bournemouth away, Forest at home, Everton away.
My point's very clear. I'm about to come to it. I'm about to get to it.
Your point is irrelevant.
Get to it.
Your point is irrelevant. What is your point? That we've
because Liverpool have had the hardest. Liverpool have had the hardest fixture.
Yeah, he wants people to feel sorry for him, man. That's what it is, man.
He's just trying to glorify Liverpool start of the season.
What's your point?
Liverpool have had a great start.
He makes every conversation about Liverpool.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, come on, man. We know your game. You know what it is? We're familiar with your game.
None of your teams have played City though.
I haven't said anything about Liverpool
in the next 5.
Okay, let me just guys. All I'm saying is, Toby, I think it's fair to say that's all I was gonna say. Forget the banner and disingenuity. I was gonna say your test will come in the next few weeks, hopefully, and if by the time, because apparently in game week 9 game week. When do you play City? In about 4 weeks' time, 4 game weeks' time.
They always beat City though.
If you're in and around, and all I was going to get to was this bit. if you're still on top of the table when it comes to City and you get a result against, not a win, you get a result against City.
Let them enjoy it, man.
Are
Stop
you-
thinking about the rest.
Bro,
Let them
honestly,
enjoy
man,
it. They're
like,
top of the
why are
league
we,
now.
like,
Grizz,
I've
I
never
feel like you're
understood
just doing too
this thing
much.
about
Let them
crowning
enjoy it, man.
champions.
I'm not allowed to ask
Champions.
questions anymore. No problem, man. No problem.
Nah,
No
there's
problem.
not-
Grizz,
there's
Grizz,
not
don't worry.
pressure
I heard Saeed
whatsoever on
asking the
Tottenham
very
to go on
same
and win the
question
Premier
this
League.
morning.
I know. Saeed
I heard
asked the same
Saeed.
question.
Yeah, I heard Saeed
Bro,
this morning.
why are you
You see the
bringing me in
thing,
this
Saeed?
way?
I was watching your show, brother. I was watching you. You were asking the same question this morning. Oh, Tottenham
I'm
title
asking more
challenge.
questions.
Title
Let him
challenge,
enjoy it.
maybe.
You know what it is? You know what it is, yeah? There's people like Grizz, yeah, that doesn't let people enjoy things. Let him enjoy the good feeling right now. Tottenham are on a roll.
Where's
The
the
top
pina
of the
coladas,
league.
I love Toby smiling.
That's
I
it.
love
Where's
it.
the pina
Hashtag
coladas?
let them enjoy it.
When
Hashtag let
Toby
them enjoy it.
smiles, when Toby smiles, makes my day. I love that he's got a lovely
What's
smile.
What's the constant like interrogation? What's this
Keep
interrogation?
smiling.
Like
Keep
leave him alone.
smiling. I'm leaving him
Yeah,
alone.
man.
I'm leaving him
Yo,
alone.
can we clip up that thing that THUGGERY posted on the Twitter with Toby winking?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
We need to use that
I
whenever
panned
Tottenham
him.
wins.
My response was I panned him. I panned him straight back. I sent him to Azkaban
Yo.
with that return. Yeah. Good.
Listen,
Yeah, man.
we're
Chris, you're
10
not fun at parties, are you?
Please don't use that line on me. Keep it.
Yeah, man. Let's just enjoy
You know what I
that.
mean?
Enjoy our thing, innit? Simple.
I mean,
Grizz is trying to let you know, bro. Like, yo,
I
don't
mean-
play with me, bro.
no, I am the
Don't
fucking
do it.
party.
I am the party. I made the party.
The
My
main
middle name's
event.
Party.
You understand? You better be understand.
Yeah.
we got one super chat on Tottenham. I'm gonna get this one in.
Oh my God.
Nitro says life without Kane, Spurs first. Life with Kane, Bayern third. Was he the problem?
No, absolutely not. If he was in our team, we'd be smacking up teams, bro. Differently.
Kane instead of Richarlison, please.
We'd be smacking up teams differently, bro.
His link up with Madison would have been
Do you know what?
absolutely
Thank God he's
insane.
not there, man. Shit.
Bro.
Thank God he's not there.
If
Can you
Kane
imagine
played
that, man?
against Luton. If Kane played against Luton, that's a 6-0
Bro,
job,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. It's a manager, man. It's all
Can
about
you
the
imagine
manager.
Ange, Madison, and Kane like this together? Lord, damn.
Allow it,
Damn.
man.
But you could also win the Champions League and you could also win multiple trophies over the Bayern. So let's not, you know.
Bro, Bayern
Yeah,
stink this year, you know, so
Kane,
far.
I'm happy
so,
for Kane. I'm happy.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Kane. It's Thomas
Yeah.
Tuchel. That's the real villain over there.
See,
Yeah?
that's not disingenuous.
Bro,
no?
Thomas
What
who?
Saeed
Thomas
said
who?
it.
Thomas Tuchel.
Would you take Thomas Tuchel over Ten Hag right now?
Nope, absolutely
You
not.
might do
mate.
better in the Champions League, though.
Mate, the way he's managing Bayern Munich, why should Man United fans look at that and say, I want a piece of that?
Champions League,
Yeah.
bro.
That was 2 years ago, bro. Look at what he's
PSG's
doing.
final.
man.
Bro,
Look
listen.
at what he's doing now.
Now he's cooking now again, man. He's got
2 years ago,
Ten
Ten Hag was doing a mad thing. So would you take Ten Hag?
Exactly, the flavour of the month.
No,
Exactly.
I've already won the Champions League. I don't
man.
need Ten
That's
Hag's
difficult.
little semi-finalist medal. I don't need that, bro. I'm talking to him because he's not seen.
Let's see what Pochettino can do then. Let's see what Poch can do. Let's see what Poch can do.
You watched the Beckham documentary, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon Poch going to win something with
That
Chelsea?
must have hurt, innit? Let's be honest, that must have hurt, innit? Let's be honest.
Do you reckon? No, man, I'm asking a question though. Are you going to win a trophy this season? Are you going to win a trophy this season?
Listen, we're still in the Carabao Cup. You never know. You never know. That's the aim. We're trying to be like you last year, bro.
One step at a time, yeah. Phase one.
Listen, we're 2 hours and 12 minutes in. It's been a particularly longer show than usual. I'm gonna get a couple more super chats in, and then we're gonna call it a day because I've still got about 28 here. If your super chat didn't get read, then put it in the comment section. We all go through the comments, so the relevant party will reply. Apologies for not bringing it up or reading it, but like I said before, all the super chats go back into the brand. And on that note, I'll let you know something after the 2 super chats I get. And let me see. It's going to be picked at random. Let's just get this one here. Tony says, Saeed, so happy about talking about good footballers. Free this mud brother from Ten Hag ball. Goon says, shut up, Tobes. Saliba himself has said Arteta was right in letting him develop on loan and that he needed to mature, and it humbled him. He was 19, for fuck's sake.
Shut up, Tobes.
And last one, let's get this one from Red Smoke. He said, for me, it's City for the league. However, I feel Arsenal are the closest and Liverpool will be chomping at Arsenal's heels for second place. Thank you for all the super chats. Love for the love. And like I said, all super chats, ad revenue, all of that goes back into the brand. And during international breaks, we try and record some content and deliver it at some point in the season. We've still got top 6 attacking midfielders of all time to bring out. And to be honest, I think it's our favorite one of the lot. So that will come out this week. Make sure you watch that. There'll be a Mank talk this week with SAEED and Big Steve. Make sure you watch that. We are back Friday, 10 p.m. for FC24 Pro Clubs, Big 6 FC. So make sure you're there live here and live on Twitch. We're about 100 away from 1,000 on Twitch. We've just hit 1,000 on TikTok. So if you've got social media, if you've got TikTok, if you've got Twitch, if you've got Insta, if you've got Twitter, at the Big 6 Show, make sure you follow us and subscribe to us on all those platforms. This Friday, FC24, the Big 6 Football Club, Pro Clubs, 10 p.m. And we're going to double it up and go next Monday at 9 p.m. as well. So back-to-back Pro Clubs, Friday and Monday. AM's video coming out this week. We're linking up Sunday to record a few bits of content. And I've told you about the other bits. Yeah, I've told you about the other bits and bobs we've got. GRIZZ really wants his prediction table. I don't know what you think.
Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. I'm the only one who didn't get a correct result. So I know nothing's happened.
Yeah,
people are just asking. People are asking. That's what they're saying. People are asking. That's not me.
All right, let's bring it up now. There is what it's looking like heading into the international break.
Yeah, it's mad.
What an awful week I'm having.
We're moving.
Yeah, Hughes had an awful one. For the audio listeners, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all of that. I'm top, 8 correct scores, 41 points. TOBS, 5 correct scores, 39 points. GRIZZ is in third, 1 correct score, 31 points. SAEED just behind, 2 correct scores, 30 points. And MATISSE is now on 3 correct scores, but only 29 points, with HUGH bottom of the 6, 0 correct scores, 26 points.
How can you have 8 correct scores? What the fuck?
You got like
that's crazy, man.
8 to 0 is a gap.
You know what it was? When the show was on my channel, I had to take it easy before everyone just thinks it's on his channel.
End the stream, man. Finish it.
There we go.
End the stream.
You need to wake up, brother.
I'm serious now.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You need to wake up, brother.
You know what? To be fair, I'm just having a season off, man, to let you guys win something, man, because it got boring. Yeah.
I felt bad after the treble last season, so I said, you know what? I'll humble myself. I'll bring myself down to the bottom of the prediction league, and
so you're willing to.
Just I don't care. I don't care who's died with this chili chip challenge. Someone's having this. I don't give a shit.
This forfeit.
The next person to die will be end of May, Big 6 Show. Whoever's finished that bottom of the prediction.
I think someone's got to do. I think the bottom 2 should get something, man.
No, shut up.
Nah, come on, man. It's one.
Shut up.
One has to be. I want to see someone else.
Shut up.
I want to see someone else get battered by the edibles. That's what I want to see.
No. One person. And
that's what I want to see.
I guess
can you guys just focus on Friday? All right. I'm going to be on the sideline. I'm here to relax the ball. You guys were embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. Embarrassing last couple of games, last performance. So, yeah, can you focus, please?
All right, sure, Deitch.
What's your pro rating again? Okay. Speak.
Okay.
Because I know you ain't turned that console on once, and I know you don't know how to use that console or how to work.
You don't know how to use it.
Controls. I know you're going to be like, what button is it? It's a pass.
What button is it?
Speak soon.
Speak soon. We will speak.
Yeah,
we will speak.
You're going to be looking like McAllister against Brighton, bro, turning over possession.
This Friday, 10 p.m. FC24 Pro Clubs. We are back. Hopefully, you enjoyed the first one. If you didn't watch the first one, it's worth watching. But if you don't want to, make sure you're there on Friday, people. Subscribe right here. Show some love. The main show will be back next Thursday to preview game week 9 after international break. Like I said, in between Friday and Monday, we're live for FC24. We've got the AM's video coming out, and we've got special bits of content coming out soon after that. So make sure you're right here. Follow us on the socials. Subscribe to our individual channels. Love for the love. Hit the like button on the way out. We move. Peace.